This is a big one. And we are on. Hey guys, how you going? Sit down, BKRsport. We are live for the West Tigers taking on the Canterbury Bulldogs in a game that, look, both teams need to win. And look, that's obvious. Like, at the end of the day, you need to win every single game. But the Tigers, they've been a little bit of free fall of late with all their injuries. They dropped out of the top four. Now they're down there in 10th position. Whilst the Bulldogs, we all know about their troubles so far this season. It has been an absolute disaster from Canterbury in 2026. So they very much need to keep up the winning ways from their last win against the Melbourne Storm just last week. That game was, a good little comeback for them, and they're able to get themselves back into the winning circle despite the fact the Storm are in third last. So it's nothing really to write home about, but at the end of the day, it was a win, and they haven't been getting a great deal of wins so far this season, so it was an important win for them. But let's get into the two-team lineups as the game is about to start in 15 minutes' time. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. This is the second game of the day because we already saw the Knights just get and squeak past the old bottom up the Squeals. They just squeaked past them 28-22. So both scores so far this round with the Sharks and Manly game was 28-22 to the Sharks, and then this game that just before was 28-22. So if it keeps going the same way, maybe we see 28-22 in this game as well for the first three games to go the exact same path. And don't forget, later on tonight, we have a big one. Melbourne Storm versus the Sydney Roosters down there in Melbourne. But let's get it underway. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Let's do it. Tigers in 10th position, Bulldogs in 13th position, and this is at CommBank Stadium in Sydney. The ins of the Tigers, massive amount of ins. Alex Twal, Apisai Koroisau, Charlie Murray, Faratino Tavana, Hiamasi Makasini, Dream Buller, and Stafford Toa, with the outs being Bunty Afoa, Ethan Roberts, Heath Mason, Luke Lalali'i, Patrick Herbert, Taylor May, and Tristan Hope. The fullback, Dream, Jacreamy Buller. He is back in the team this week, with the wingers being Jarrell Skelton, and Faratino Tavana comes back in. The centres of Sonia Tarova and Hiamasi Makasini is back now with the unfortunate long-term injury to Taylor May. Makasini comes in. The 5'8" is Jerome Luai, who is the captain, with the halfback being Jock Madden. Front row forwards are Terrell May and Fanor Bole, and the number 9 is Apisai Koroisau. The back row is Sione Faiunu and Kai Pearce-Paul, with the 13 being Alex Twal, and then the interchange, Latu Faiunu, Alex Seyfarth, Royce Hunt, Charlie Murray, Maverick Geyer, and Stafford Toa. The coach is Benji Marshall. The Tigers, again, in recent weeks, they've really been falling off a cliff with all these injuries. 46-18 loss to Manly, 44-16 loss to the Storm, 52-10 lost to the Sharks. That last 3 weeks has been just absolutely diabolical for their points differential and also for their ladder standings, because they were up there in the top four. I think they might have even been third. And now they're down there in 10th position. And a loss here today would be just gigantic for where they are on the ladder right now. This is a very, very compact area of the table. The Knights did win just before, so they've jumped up into 4th position on 18 points, so they've gotten out of that 16-point brigade. But with that being said, it's still just jam-packed between 5th and 9th right now in regards to the 16 points. Actually, the Tigers are on 14 points, so forget me. But with a win here today, they would go into that jam-packed section, and their points differential is not good enough to really jump above any of the teams above them at all. It just isn't simply good enough at the moment. So when we get into the ladder, they're not going to be jumping too far. They're actually not going to go anywhere for the time being, even with a win here, and probably won't, regardless of a win and another team's loss. But the Tigers, this is a desperation win, because if they just keep on losing, it'll get back into the club of what recent years have been. They have the Penrith Panthers next week. Sorry, I bit my tongue just then. They have the Panthers next week at CommBank Stadium. This is a must-win, because you are not going to be expected to win that game against Penrith next week at CommBank Stadium. That is not going to be an expectation. It might be a close game, might be a good game, but you can't even really expect that right now. You just simply need to win this game against the Dogs. Otherwise, there is a good chance that you could go 5 straight losses in a row before you play the Titans, who, fun fact, the Titans are awful this year, but the real fun fact is that the Tigers don't have a winning record against the Gold Coast. The last time they played them, the Titans won 36-28 when they were down 28-12 at halftime in the last game of last season. And they do have a losing record against them, so it's not as much of a guaranteed win. It's the Titans are like what you would consider a bogey team, even though a lot of the Tigers are the only team in the NRL history that have a losing record against every single club. So it's nothing special from the Titans, but it's just not as much of a guaranteed win, because the Titans do have a pretty good record against them. They only have one winning record as a club, Gold Coast, and it is against the Tigers. So it's an interesting few weeks coming up here, where that's why they need to win this game. Otherwise, it could get really ugly really quickly. They play the Dragons in round 18, but outside of that, you've got the Panthers, you've got the Dolphins, you've got the Knights. and it just can get really ugly. So this is a must-win for the West Tigers, 100%, especially in this origin period, and you're getting plays back. You have to do it. Now, the ins here for the Dogs, Jonathan Sewer, Josh Curran, Lipoi Hopoi, and Stephen Crichton, with the outs being Alec Olasimi-Jones, Jacob Preston, Marcelo Montoya, and Sean O'Sullivan. The fullback, Jacob Kiraz, with the wingers being Jethro Renakama and Inari Tuala. Centres of Bronson Seri and Stephen Crichton, the captain. The 5'8" is Matt Burton, with the halfback being Lachlan Galvin, and then you go to the front row forwards of Max King and Leo Thompson. Number 9, Kurt Mann. The back row is Sitili Tupanua, who's been absolutely monstrous lately, and Jamin Salmon, with the 13 being Harry Hayes, and then the interchange is Bailey Hayward, Jed Reardon, Jack Underhill, Josh Curran, Lipoi Hopoi, and Jonathan Sewer. The coach is Cameron Seraldo. Now, if we're talking about the Tigers being desperate for a win, well, this team is even more desperate for a win. Yes, they did go and beat the Melbourne Storm last week, which isn't anything to write home about on a matchup-wise, because the Storm have been awful this season. But outside of that, they lost the Sharkies, they lost the Dolphins, they lost the Cowboys, all of these games being by 13 plus. They lost the Broncos by 13 plus, with Broncos having a bucket load of injuries at the time. Lost the Eels of all teams 13 plus, 38-20, and then they had that random win against the Panthers 32-16. But aside of that, they lost the Rabbitohs confidently, lost the Knights confidently, did beat the Raiders just, and the Dragons just, and controversial at that too. It's been an awful season for the Bulldogs, and they need to find their winning ways. Now, Stephen Crichton, we're still waiting for him. He's been awful this season. He has been contextually probably for mine the worst centre in the game so far this year, considering what we know he can do. And he did it again in New South Wales on Wednesday, where he knocked the ball on a couple of times, and it just was a disaster game for him. He needs to find his form again, otherwise this Dogs team will just continue to plummet. If Stephen Crichton does not start leading from the front here, as we know he can do, this Dogs team will continue to plummet. He is their captain. He has to be leading from the front, and right now he is leading from behind. He is leading from knock-ons, and he is leading from making plenty of mistakes, and we all know how good he can be, so he needs to turn it around. Jacob Kiraz had a pretty good performance in the fullback last week, except for that mistake that he did where he knocked the ball back inside for a try for the Melbourne Storm. But outside of that, he was pretty good. This team... Look, I still think Matt Burton's on a 5'8", and Lachlan Galvin's on a halfback, should be 5'8", and then who they put into the halfback position when Mitchell Woods is injured right now. But you know, they're just all over the shop, and we've done it to death in regards to their questions and their concerns and what we have been seeing from the Dogs this year. So there's nothing new to speak about. What we need to see is them just find a way to get a couple of wins together, which would be today. If they get this win, it'll be 2 wins in a row, and it's unheard of for them this season with how poor it's been. But a win here would actually technically put them up into a conversation for around that top 8. They'd still be 4 points away from it, but a conversation would be at least very much there. But let's just see how today plays out. So I'm actually, funnily enough, going to be tipping the Tigers here today. I just think that with guys like Mukassini is still a great replacement there for Taylor May's injury. Jareen Buller, fantastic, coming back in. They also have Api Sao coming back in. Alex Tual, who's been a machine this year for the Tigers, comes back in. They are still missing Adam Dewey, who's been amazing this year. I like what Falatino Tavali can bring. Can have a few knock-ons, but also can really bring in some solid strength and some quality. And I just feel like this Tigers team, when they're fully strength, when they're as much full strength as they can be, they have been a really good defensive side this year, for the most part. When they've been injured, they've been giving up a lot of points. And the last 3 weeks, people who are just looking at the last 3 weeks are going to be like, what are you talking about, Blaze? Like, it's been a nightmare for them in the last 3 weeks, and that's true. But they haven't been fully strength in the last 3 weeks. You know, so the Tigers defensively give up 269 points, which is better than the Panthers. Oh, sorry, it's worse off just than the Panthers, the Warriors, the Roosters, the Sea Eagles, not the Rabbitohs, because the Rabbitohs are only 3 points better than them with one extra game played. So I'm going to say they're above the Rabbitohs here. Don't care. They're behind the Dolphins. And that's it. So even with those games, those massive games they've been giving up recently, they're still in 5th position for defense. So it should show to you that they have got some defensive resilience about them. And I feel like today against a Dogs team that is just a ridiculous team on the attack, man. You know, they've got a really poor amount. They're the 4th worst attacking team in the competition. No, sorry, they're the 3rd worst attacking team in the competition, just in front of the Dragons and the Titans right now. And they only recently went above the Titans too. And they're only up on them by about 11 points. So the Bulldogs are so bad on the attack, but the Tigers can be very, very good on the defense. So that's why I'm going to back in the Tigers today. But it is a difficult-ish game to predict, and the Dogs on their own merit, could absolutely come in and win this game. But I'm going to back in the home side of the Tigers to get over the line and get back to winning ways here. In regards to the ladder, the Bulldogs, they're in 13th position on 10 points, which is equal to the Raiders and the Eels, who just lost. Eels are minus 150, Bulldogs are minus 93, and the Raiders are minus 86. If you win this game here today, you would go equal with the Broncos. Now, your points differential, they're minus 57, you're minus 93. They play the Dragons tomorrow, so good luck going above them. But you would need a 40-point swing, essentially, between this game and that game with the Broncos loss. So, yeah, good luck with that one. But if you win this, you would jump above the Raiders. They play the Cowboys tomorrow. So if you win, the Raiders win, you will be in 13th. If you win, the Raiders lose, you will be in 12th. And then you just need to rely upon the Broncos losing by enough and you winning by enough to go above the Bronx, which is unlikely with the team that they're playing. But if you lose this game, well, you're not going to really be going, oh, well, you could actually drop into the bottom 4 because the Storm play the Roosters. So the Eels lost, which means you stay where you are. They're going to minus 150. Forget about that. You're not losing this game by 67. If you were to lose and the Storm are to win against the Roosters in the game right after this, then you would drop into 14th position because their points differential is minus 18. And then that's it, because the Titans with the bye, they get to 8 points there, but you're still 2 wins above them. So, yeah, realistically, that is just it there for the Bulldogs. Like, it will come down to just if the Storm win or lose. But you're either going to be in 14th, 13th, or pretty much 12th by the end of this round, regardless of what happens. On the other side of things, for the West Tigers, they are in 10th position on 14 points, the only team on 14 points. Now, if they win this game, they would go equal with the Cowboys, the Sharks, the Dolphins, the Rabbitohs, and the Manly Seagulls on 16 points. Rabbitohs have had the bye. It's already been done. Dolphins had the bye. It's already been done. Sharks have already played, and Manly have already played. It just now comes down to the Cowboys game against the Raiders tomorrow. So, Tigers, if you win this game, you would go equal with all of those teams, but your points differential is minus 16 because of these last disaster 3 weeks. Plus 27 for the Cowboys, plus 40 for the Sharks, plus 51 for the Dolphins, plus 58 for the Rabbitohs, and plus 103 for Manly. So if you win this game, you will be staying in 10th position, unless the Cowboys and Tigers have a switch up in their games by 43 points on a swing. So you need the Cowboys to lose by enough to the Raiders and then you to beat the Bulldogs by enough here today to swing a 43-point differential. It's unlikely. And then you would need basically about 60 points to go above the Sharks on a... actually, no, you just need to win by 60 to go above the Sharks. That's just not happening. So realistically, you're just going to finish off this round in 10th. But if you lose this game, well, the Broncos, they're on minus 57. You're minus 16. If you say lost this game by 6, you're going to minus 22. They would just need to win by 26 points or more over the team that hasn't won a game so far this season. They're getting Payne Haas in that back. You could definitely drop into 11th position. You can't drop any lower than that, though, but there is a really good shout that you could be dropping into 11th position. So it's not like there's a great deal of changes going to happen for both these teams here, but you just need to simply win to keep yourself in the conversation. Otherwise, you'll be out of it very, very quickly. Bulldogs, you're not in it at the moment. Tigers, you're still in it, but a loss here, you'd start to be removing yourself from it, in my opinion. But all right, guys, let's get into the game. It is about to start up here. The Bulldogs have walked out into the field, and the Tigers are coming out now. So do me a favor, hit that like button. It's free. You may as well. And subscribe if you are new around here. Katrina says, West Tigers all the way. People do for the West Tigers chance of winning. Join a jungle. What the hell's happening? Please stop spamming the chat. Please stop spamming the chat. Gary says, G'day, Blazing, everyone. I hope you're having a great weekend. How y'all doing? We are doing what we can. Knights Eels actually was quite intense in the end, but the quality wasn't exactly incredible at all. There was a lot of knock-ons, and especially at the beginning part of the second half. But at the end of the day, it was a 6-point game, and Eels gave it a crack, and the Knights, they weren't spectacular, but they found a way to win. Barry says, Bulldog. Home of the NRL says, Luke Keary said the Eels were amazing. Well, Luke Keary is drunk because the Eels had a sub 80% defensive effective tackle percentage, defensive efficiency. They were sub 80%, which is just outrageous if you think that they were amazing. Let's go to the stats here. So they had a 71% completion rate, which is 9% below what you need, about 80%. They were over 250 meters behind the 10 meters in average per run that you're looking for. They had less line breaks. They had 47 missed tackles, which is ridiculous. They had an average play the ball speed. They were 81.07%, so that's definitely awful category because 85% below is awful. 47 missed tackles with 17 ineffective tackles. They gave away 2 intercepts in the game and had 13 errors in the game. He's drunk. He's actually drunk if he's saying the Eels were amazing. If he actually said that, that's ridiculous. And that is I can't believe you could even have that perspective. At the end of the day, they gave it a crack against the Knights, but the Knights weren't fantastic. But to say that those stats just then end from what we watched was amazing is incredible to me. Gary says, as you come on the stream, hit the thumbs up button, please. Make Blaze great again. Well, you say I'm not great now, Gary? What do you mean make Blaze great again? As if like I'm not great. You say I'm not great? Oh my gosh, guys. Deary me, come PSG. Son said, I think the Tigers win today, but if you can convince me to tip the Bulldogs, I'll swap because I need to catch up and I know first we'll tip the Tigers. Well, I've tipped the Tigers, so I'm not going to be convincing you, Jack. I'm not going to be convincing you to tip the Bulldogs because I've tipped the Tigers here today. And because we've all tipped the Tigers, you watch it, the Bulldogs will go on and win, won't they? But the game will kick off here, and it is the Bulldogs kicking off to the Tigers. My try scorer, my guaranteed try scorer, I'm backing in here, Masi Makasini. Done pretty well for the try scorers this week. I'm going to back in Makasini returning in replacement of Taylor May being injured. I'm going to say Makasini gets a try here today. That's my lock. That's my lock here today. First tackle for the Tigers, and they'll get this ball out the back to Sione Fainu, and he'll be at the 20 now and second tackle. Thumbs up, subscribe, baby. Let's refresh this old live score. And don't forget, Storm versus Roosters right after this one. I'm backing the Roosters, cheeky 13 plus Aruno. I'm backing a cheeky. Back in a cheeky slap up from Sydney down there in Melbourne. Peter S. says Brayley's out of Origin 2. Yeah, broke his arm yesterday, didn't he? Alex Twal with a monster run to the 43 on fit tackle now. If Appy plays better than Egan tomorrow, do you think he'll get picked for Origin, or would Daly prefer a Connor Watson type player? Well, Brayley didn't start. It was Reece Robson. Reece Robson's going to be the 9. It just doesn't. It means that if he wants to go with a backup 9, up to him. Otherwise, he could just maybe stick with Reece Robson. There's no guarantee that there's going to be a replacement for Blake Brayley as a hooker. Do you think Ashley Klein should... We're not talking about this again, brother. Come on. We've done this to death. We're not getting into an Ashley Klein conversation, man. Come on. Second tackle. He is the bunker in this game, mind you. Ashley Klein is in the bunker for this game. Third tackle now for the Bulldogs. They're going to be the 35. Olivia says, I won't be watching Origin 2. Hank says, so you think the Chooks are a fraud? They lost to the Cowboys. I've got them 13 plus today, and I backed them in pre-season to win the competition. So... I expect better from them, and they lost that game to the Cowboys with 20 errors and only lost by 6. Like that was absolutely a fraud alert, yeah. So if they go and win today, they'll go off a fraud alert, but they definitely deserve to go on fraud alert after that game against the Cowboys. Argue it. Tell me how I'm wrong. 20 errors in a game against the Cowboys team that massive hit. That's a massive hit by Renakama. I thought he nearly dropped that ball, but Falatino Tavana, that was really safe considering the pressure from the Bulldogs just then was absolutely massive. Second tackle now for the Tigers at the 10. Rizziati says, do you think actually... We're not talking about it. Mr. Plummer says, why isn't Channel 9 streaming any of the games? They could at least stream one of the games. Wrong. They never stream the Saturday games unless it's finals. They don't have the contract for it. Fourth tackle now for the Tigers. It's not by their choice. It's by the fact of their contract rights. They're not able to play the Saturday games unless it's finals. Fourth tackle, they get it across to Jock Madden, and Jock Madden is going to whack this ball down to the 30, the 25, and Jacob Kiraz, they've got the field position right now, the Doggies. He'll bring this ball out to the 45 on first tackle. I stuck with the Tigers. I'd be so annoyed if the Dogs win, but it is what it is. Still time in the season to catch up. 13 plus, all our Origin stars are on fire. Yeah, I'm backing them in. Jethro Renakama, third tackle at 35. The Bulldogs are definitely winning the field position battle in this first couple of minutes of the game. They get it off to Lachlan Galvin. Galvin off to Max King, and King now. He is going to be the 30 on fourth tackle. Fourth tackle. Kurt Mann across to Galvin. Galvin at the back into Burton. Yeah, the boos come in for Galvin. Of course they do. That's going to be loud all day today. That will be loud all day today. Yes, Lindsay, we are live for every single game of Rugby League. Yes, we are. The Tigers get... Oh, he nearly dropped that Makasini, but he does catch it at the 10. I don't know how he still caught that ball. That looked like a drop ball for all money. And Tigers bring this ball out to the 20. There's definitely going to be some feeling in this game with everything that's gone on in the last 365 days with these two clubs. And the Tigers, Falatino Tavana, he'll take it out to the 28 on third tackle. Just Another Human says, why is there no scam fraud on the Knights? They've earned it. No, they've won 4 games in a row. Fourth tackle out the 40. I'm not putting a team on fraud alert or scam when they've won 4 games in a row. And that's inside the 40, but it's going to be actually a really good kick that's going to give the Tigers plenty of time to get up in their line. So Jacob Kiraz is only going to bring this ball out to about the 20. That was actually a really good kick. Didn't have the angle on it, but was a really good kick. Max OG says, let's go Tigers. Mr. Plummer says, Lachlan Galvin getting his pants pulled down and not getting the try was the funniest thing I've seen all year. That was, yeah, that's quite funny. Third tackle now for the Bulldogs. And they will be at the 32. They get off the offload. Second tackle, Matt Burton. He'll be the 35 now, third tackle. Short play to Max King. Are there people booing every single tackle right now? Hank's is 6 in a row. They lost the Cows and the Chooks are a fraud. You can't win them all. Just saying, Hank, come on, man. Are we serious? Oh, are we serious? You're really arguing that loss against the Cowboys is putting them on a fraud alert? Like, if they go and win today. Also, mind you, I am one of the only people online who defend your club in the Roosters every single week. I think I'm completely justified in criticising a position where you had 20 errors in a game. Where 20 errors in the game, it's going to be a penalty to the Tigers of the 10. I can't believe we're even arguing this. At the end of the day, it's all a little bit of a joke in regard to the fraud alert, but you gave up 20 errors in a game. That is a quarter of the game. A quarter of the game. That still happened 2 weeks ago. It still absolutely happened. Actually, did you play last week? Did the Roosters play last week? I can't believe someone's trying to argue this. Round 12, the Roosters didn't play. So the last game that they played was against a Cowboys team that's been very up and down this year, but they lost 18-12 with 20 errors in the game, and you're trying to say that they don't deserve to go on fraud alert from that? We put teams on fraud alert for way less than that. Way less. Can't take it too serious. It's exactly right, Sundo. I can't believe we're taking it too seriously here, but also it's absolutely justified, and the Roosters fans in the chat at the time were telling me to put them on fraud alert. The Roosters fans were telling me. I defend the Roosters all the time. I predicted you guys to win the competition. I have high expectations for you. High expectations. Third tackler at the 35. You tried to rage bait. Okay, we'll time that out. Now I realise you were just rage baiting. Lindsay says, who are you back in this game? I went with the Tigers. Bulldogs have had the better of it in this early doors, but the Tigers have the ball right now at the 45. They go to the right, Sunya Torova's going to be at the 50. If you're going to try and rage bait, guys, I'm just going to time you out. Sundos says, where can I watch the full game for free? Due to broadcasting restrictions, I cannot show you the game live, so you're going to have to find it somewhere else online, but I will commentate the game as best as I can without the rage baiters. The Bulldogs are going to be now at the 25 on first tackle. I'll update the ladder in a little bit, not while the game is in full motion. I'll update the ladder when the game has a stoppage, Jake. Tigers have won 3 of their last 4 against the Dogs. Possession so far has actually been 37% to the Dogs, 63% to the Tigers, but the 80% has been territory for the Bulldogs, which is interesting. Max King brings his ball to the 40 on third tackle. Flames on Games says, who would you tip for try score this game and next game? You've been on fire. I'm going with Hiamasi Makasini for a try here for the day for the Tigers, replacing Taylor May with his injury. So I'm saying, yeah, Makasini. And then for the next game, I'm probably going to back in a Domona James, Jimmy Tedesco. He'll be on some fire momentum-wise. Galvin boot heavily as he kicks this ball down to the 10, where it will be Dream Buller grabs it, but smashed down by Leo Thompson at the 8. In the next game, Angus Crichton might be a shout. Is Crichton playing in the back row for the Roosters? Tedesco's a good shout. I am aiming for Roosters players more so. I need to look at the team lineups. Makasini, big collision there with Sitili Tupanua, and he'll get up slowly. Rage says, to be fair, he placed the Panthers on fraud alert from their pathetic performance against the Bulldogs. Before that, people were asking if they'd ever lose a game, so Roosters on fraud alert isn't a one-off. It shouldn't even be taken too seriously. I don't even know why people take it so seriously. At the end of the day, it's not even saying they're frauds. It's saying fraud alert, as it's giving you an idea that, hey, listen, they're showing signs of fraud here. Scam is when they just are confirmed. And that's what the Sharks have been many times. Oh, good offload there from Jacob Kiraz. Gets it off to Jethro Renakama, Matt Burton, Bronson Seri. And Bronson Seri is going to be getting away again. It's still first tackle here. So first tackle to 44. Can't believe the Titans lost the Bulldogs. Hey, mate, Titans haven't played the Bulldogs this year. Leo Thompson's now going to get this ball to the 45. Don't know what the Titans have anything to do with it. The Titans haven't lost a game ever. 6 again. I just can't believe that. I know what you're trying to say, by the way. I do understand the joke. So 6 again now for the Dogs, and they're going to be at the 50 on first tackle. Blaze needs that sports bet sponsor with all the anytime try scorers calls. No, thank you. They go to the left, and Bronson Seri knocks it on. The Tigers are away. Tavana, Torova taken out of the 30 on 0 tackle. Here come the Tigers. Bad mistake there from Bronson Seri, and the Tigers are on here. They're on here. Terrell May. He's going to be offloading it to Tavana. Tavana now. They're going to be 10 minutes out from the line. Go to the left-hand side. You've made a break down the right-hand side. Go to the left. Here comes a Makasini try. Here it comes. They go to Jock Madden. Madden off to Jerome Luai. Luai gets his ball across to Makasini. Makasini gets it across, and that's going to be a try for the Tigers in the corner. He will get the try assist. He won't get the try. Try time for the Tigers. Jarrell Skelton. And it's 4-0 here with a kick to come. Peter says, with all the Tigers back from injury, who do you think will be the first to go down with cramps? What a random question. Micah says, do you back a dream baller to get a try score today? Don't mind it. He's back from injury, though, so I'm not going to heavily, jump back into a return from injury. Muckasini's not coming back from injury. Muckasini's coming back in because he can only fit into the team now that Taylor May's injured. So, no, sure, it definitely could happen. And the Bulldogs aren't great defensively this year. They were the best defensive team last year. Muckasini could have scored himself just then, by the way. He could have stepped on the inside, and Stephen Crichton would have missed that tackle. Crichton wasn't even aiming for the tackle of Muckasini. If Muckasini steps on the inside, he 100% scores. But either way, they scored there. Nothing the Dogs could have done just then would have prevented a try. As soon as you break down that right-hand side, you had to go left, and as soon as they went left, they scored. Gary says, beautiful try. They worked that very well from the knock-on. Absolutely. This is what we say all the time. As soon as you make a breakaway, you run to one corner of the field. All the opposition players are going to collectively combine to go down that side. So they run to the right-hand side, so they're going to all shift to the left to prevent that quick play. That's when you pass it quickly across the opposite side, which is what the Tigers did. It grinds my gears when we see a lot of the time teams won't do that. Beautiful try. They worked out well. Dam says yes. Miss Palmer says Buller. Well, Buller didn't score. From the Doggies, bad pass. From the Doggies, knock on. Wasn't a bad pass, knock on. Everyone says the Stephen Crichton effect might be real. Nah, I'm not going to give him that, man. The Tigers are a better team than Melbourne Storm this year. Most teams are. 10 minutes gone here in the first half. 30 minutes to go in the first half. Hit that like button, subscribe for new round here, and Storm Bruce's right after this. But Jock Madden, big kick here from the sideline to try and make a 6-0. Not a massive crowd here for a Tigers-Dogs game that should have a better crowd. And he will slaughter that through the goalpost. That's 6-0 to the Tigers. 11 minutes gone. 6-0. Katrina says, Bulldogs keep on wagging your tail is what you mean. We'll keep on giving you poison. I don't know what's happening. Max says, let's go the Tigers. So Tilly Tipanua's gone on report here with the Dogs, mind you. Bretton says, I think I can see Daz and Mitch holding hands in the crowd. I think I saw them too. You're right. Yeah, definitely. Mitchell and Daz will definitely be sitting in the one seat here at this game. I'm not too sure who's the one on the seat and who's the one on the lap, but they would be there. It would be happening. Aaron says, Tigers need a good win here with players back to take the Penrith game next week. Tigers first... good offload there, and there's Sione Fainu is going to bring this ball out to the 20 on first tackle. Tigers vs Panthers always is very close no matter where the teams are on the ladder. It's a good point. Even preseason was close. Panthers won the first half 14-12 with full strength rosters, and then second half obviously took players out and Tigers ran away with it. But in recent years we have seen very close games between the two. Even with the Tigers winning despite a wooden spoon and then winning the comp. At one year, was that 24, 23 in that rain game at Bathurst. Conway Sow, great run here to the 40 on fourth tackle. They go to the left to Jerome Luai. Luai then gives it to Sione Fainu. And Sione Fainu is having a large impact in this game so far. He'll be at the 25 on fifth tackle. But they do need a win here to really take them in with a good momentum to that game next week with the Panthers. That's going to be a tough one. Good chase. Kiraz, though. Good take at the 8. First tackle. Let's go Tigers. Can't wait to see a new Tigers fan in the chat. Well, Tigers fans have been pretty good for sticking with their team. Sione Fainu with another big hit. He's having a game right now, Sione. Has a team ever dominated the NRL over a long period of time like you see in the EPL? Bro, right now, the Panthers. Right now. When City won their 4 in a row, Panthers hit the 4 in a row at the exact same time. Penrith were in the grand final in 2020. Then they won the grand final. They lost that one. But then they won the grand final in 21. They won the grand final in 22. They won the grand final in 23. They won the grand final in 24. They were in... it's a good kick, but it will go to the 30. Good kick, and Tigers will get the ball here at the 30 on their own side of the field. And then last year, they were 5 minutes away from getting into the grand final again, despite being in last position about a week ago last year. As in like round 12 or round 11 last year. Appy just brings back that ruck speed we were missing 100%. So yeah, you see it now. Or you could argue the Melbourne Storm. Outside of this year, the Melbourne Storm have been absolutely dominant throughout. They've never gone back-to-back, which is a little bit of a staple to mention. And they obviously have cheated the salary cap, but the Melbourne Storm have dominated for 20, 30 years. Since 95 when they came in. I think that's when they came in, right? Or no, might have been... Yeah, I think it was it 95 they came in? I can't remember. Alex 12, good offload here, Dream Buller. And Dream Buller is going to be at the 40 on third tackle. I tipped the Tigers, Marcel. Third tackle. Alex 12 out to Jock Madden. Madden off to Jerome Luai. Luai steps. Luai's away here. Luai's away here. Luai's away here. Luai's away here. That was awful defense from the Dogs, and fourth tackle. Dogs play just completely slipped over, and Luai got plenty of space. Cotaway Sow, right-hand side of Jock Madden. Madden then off to... Fanua Bole, bad knock on there, and Dogs ball to 20. That's lazy. That's lazy, Fanua Bole. No excuses. Storm came in 98. Okay, yeah. So 98. So 2008, 2018, basically 30 years, but technically it's like 26, 27. All right, so the Dogs now bring this ball to the 30 on second tackle. Adam O'Brien, don't miss him, just saying. Nobody misses him. Dogs wish they didn't get him. It was ridiculous for the Dogs to get him in the first place. Stephen Crichton, he is going to be at the 35 on third tackle. They might take turns for each half. Dogs, yeah, fair call. Fourth tackle, 6 again here for the Dogs, the 48. There is a lot of feeling in this game, I will say. Only joined last year, still gaining knowledge. Panthers are the team to beat this year. Tomorrow's match could be a cracker. Yeah, for sure. But again, the Panthers have dominated the last 6 years of competition. And before in the 2000, you've also got the Sydney Roosters who have dominated the 2010s in a lot of way. Plus, you've had Manly who have won a premiership every decade. They've won every decade since they came in whether it be the 1940s or 1960s. I think it was 40s Manly came in. I can't remember. But they've won a premiership every decade. They haven't won one yet this year, though. Leo Thompson with a knock on. Knock on from Leo Thompson. The Tigers are going to get this ball here at left 15. Panthers probably lose 2 in a row. Waz tomorrow, Tigers next week. Yeah, you might be drunk. Yeah, you might be drunk. You're probably drunk. Big shout, Peter. I actually don't hate it, to be honest. Yeah, well, Justin, you must be drunk in career as well. Justin Human says, when do we expect to bet? No idea, man. Tigers fans, you can answer that one in the chat. So scrum here for the Tigers at the 20. Lot of feeling in this game. Dragons and Rabbits before we were born dominated. Yeah, 1960s. So, Gary, you don't know about this. This is a penalty to the Tigers here. You don't know about this. In the 1960s, the Dragons, not the St. George Illawarra Dragons. This was the St. George Dragons because they merged with the Illawarra Steelers. That's why they're now the St. George Illawarra Dragons. In the 1960s, they won 11 competitions in a row. 11 competitions in a row. St. George Dragons did. Very different team to what it is now. They've now lost 11 straight games in a row. They've gone from winning 11 premierships in a row in the 60s to winning 0 games out of 11 in 2026. Second tackle here for the Tigers. They're going to be at the 40 on the Bulldogs side of the field. Rabbitohs dominated like the 20s and 10s and 30s and whatnot. That's where all their premierships came. Third tackle now at 30. Yeah, that was 55 to 66. What a different time, though. Very different time. Tigers, Dream Buller. Buller's going to be the 25 on fourth tackle. Fourth tackle, they go to Alex 12. Again, different team. Same team, but now it's a merged team. They merged with the Illawarra Steelers. Because they go to the short side. I don't know why. They've found the space on the left hand already, but they go. Chance here for Valentino Tavana. I don't know. I think he scored. I think I'd call it. I think I'd call this a try. It's going to be 10-0. Bang. Try time. You can't take it away. I don't think you'll be able to take this away from him. Valentino Tavana will score for the Tigers. He gets up over the top of him. And Dogs, this is turning into a nightmare already. It is turning into a nightmare game already. Try time for the Tigers. 10-0 with a kick to come. Wangu says 2-3 weeks. Thank you, Wangu. Tavana gets over the top of Jethro Renakama, and I'm pretty certain he gets that ball down. The thing is, though, it really comes down to the on-field call here. Bulldogs fans will complain because I don't think we're going to see a shot of him getting the ball on the ground there. But with that being said, it comes down to what I would assume it touched the ground, and I think the referee has kind of assumed, unless we get a good angle here. Unless we get a good angle. Oh, it's still up there. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to go down there. 100% that's going down. The last stop of it. Kid around the aspects, been a member for 25 months. Gary says, I've been watching some old footage of NRL. It's brutal back in the day. Yeah, no, this is nothing like what it used to be. What it used to be was brutal, mate. You go and have a look at guys like Tommy Radonicus, Blocker Roach back in the day. Even Gordy Tallis in the 2000s was a monster. Glenn Lazarus won premierships at 3 different clubs. The Melbourne Storm, the Canberra Raiders, and the Brisbane Broncos. Who's some other real tough units? Chief Harrigan for the Knights. My goodness me. Big Wall. Wall was a nut job. Yeah, Paul Harrigan was a nutty. Get around your Brocky. This game's at Combank, Brenton. When I think of the Steelers, I remember Rod Wishart. Yeah, Wishart was a good player. Jared said, same here, Gary. I've been learning about the Fibroids versus Silver Towels. Oh, the old Silver Towels. I don't even know if Gary would know what the Silver Towels are, and yet he is a Manly fan. The Tigers will miss the kick, and it'll be 10-0 Tigers after 18 minutes here. Saw AFB in person recently. He looks scary. He's a big guy. Big guy. Yeah, well, you know what, Gary? You want some homework? I'll give you some homework. Ask Google why Manly are known as the Silvertails. Or you can ask a Parramatta fan. They'll be happy to tell you. They'll be very happy to tell you and explain to you. David says, why the Titans on top of your ladder? No, this is the official ladder, mate. The Titans haven't lost a game this season. It's pretty unbelievable to see. But no, I just take the ladders directly off of NRL.com and put it there. So it's not my ladder. It's the NRL.com ladder. Take it up with the big dogs. Martin Bell, massive. Martin Bella, isn't it? It's not Martin Bella. Is it Martin Bella? Or am I incorrect? I think it was Martin Bella, wasn't it? First tackle now for the Tigers. This is before my time, so you might be right, but I'm pretty certain it was Martin Bella. So second tackle now at the 20. And now third tackle here at the 30. Yeah, Martin Bella. Yeah, I was right. All right, so fourth tackle now, and they're going to be at the 44. I went, moi moi. Fui fui moi moi. What a man. What a time to be alive. Fui fui. Out to Dream Buller. Dream Buller's got a little bit of space, but we're taking it down to the 50 on fifth tackle. Jared says, it really is compelling learning about the history of league, learning about the early years of Origin since I'm a neutral and wanted to learn more. Are you talking about 1980s? Or are you talking about the time when New South Wales used Queensland players back before the 1980s? And so I don't know why David is even questioning it. Seeing Titans top of the ladder is just a yearly thing. It's a yearly thing. It's a weekly thing. It's not surprising at all. Yeah, it really isn't. Again, guys, your homework, man. It's your homework to be doing. We're not going to be talking about why Manly are the Silvertails here today. We will allow you to do your homework, and you can come back to us tomorrow, and you can let us know what you found out. Oh, Steve Maddai, what an absolute monster he was. George Tafua. George Tafua. I think he only retired recently, too. George Tafua was cracking on until recently, or he might even still be going. I can't remember, but I've seen recently George Tafua was still cracking on. Before the 1980s as well, leading to the 80s, it's great to learn. Not Origin pre-80s, but Galvin boot again. 20 minutes gone in the first half. 20 minutes to go. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And now it'll be first tackle for the Tigers at their own 10. Fun fact, around the late 19th century, 20th century, Queensland was a part of New South. Okay. Second tackle now at the 15. Ian Roberts. Well, we just going through Manly plays at this point? We're just talking about Manly tough nuts. Well, let's get an Anthony Watmo then. They go out to the right, and Falatino Tavana will be fourth tackle. I know Roberts also played rabbits and whatnot. Fourth tackle. A play that no one ever speaks about anymore. 40-20 attempt here from the Tigers, but Kiraz will get this ball to 22, and he'll bring it out to the 30. He passes it off to Anari Tuala, and he'll be at the 35 on first tackle. A play that never gets the full credit that he deserves is Simon Mannering. Simon Mannering was amazing for the Warriors, and people just don't talk about him anymore, eh? Jess says, Gary, that's better homework than looking up vinegar recipes. Exactly right, Jess. Get into him. Tell him how it is. Adrian Morley, when he came in, what a tough player, man. Yeah, big Morley. Second tackle. Out to Max King, and King's going to be at the 45 on third tackle. Said Gilmore. Oh, yeah, Gilly and Gillespie. Third tackle, Lachlan Galvin boot again. Matt Burton. Bronson Seri. He'll get this ball to the 30. He's away here. He's away here at the 20, the 15, the 10. Taken down, fourth tackle. Remember, it was Winfield. Cup split comp. Correct. Matt Burton at the 15 gives up to Leo Thompson, and Leo Thompson pushes away from 1, and he'll run this ball into the line of the 10. He's still pushing post contact. Look at this. 5 metres out for the line fit tackle. And, oh, jeez. Oh, you're kidding. Are they going to say this is a penalty to the Dogs here? No one was there at the play the ball to pick the ball up, and the Tigers rushed to it, and they've been penalised for it. No one on Druku and Brett Mullins of the Raiders. Meninga days, yeah. No one on Druku. All that smoke, boys, is great web plays. Love the hustle. Good streams as always. As a Blues fan, I think sin bin was sufficient. Don't do this. Don't do this. But hey, we've been playing under Laurie. We'll take it. I'm saying don't do this because whilst I agree with you, I just know the chat will descend. So I'm not going to bite into the Origin conversation right now. We've already done that to death over the last couple of days. First tackle for the Bulldogs at the 5. They will... Kurt Mann is going to go to the 10 off to Lachlan Galvin, then off to Matt Burton, and Burton's going to be at the 10 on second tackle here. Second tackle for the Bulldogs. I don't really know why that was a penalty either, Sundo. I think they must have called not square marker or something, but it was weird. So Bulldogs on third tackle. Harry Hayes. Kurt Mann, he'll get to Burton, drops the ball, knock on from the Dogs, and it's going to be Tigers ball to 10. Mr. Columbus, don't do it, man. Guys, don't get into the Origin chat. I'm going to probably time you out for a minute just to do it because I can't be bothered arguing it. We've done it so much over the last 4 days. I really can't be bothered. I disagree with you, Plumbus, but we're not going to go into it. So 16 and a half to go here the first half. Please move on from Origin chat, guys. So wait, is Makasini... Oh, Makasini's come off for a HIA, has he? Oh, no, he's past his HIA. He's been off the field. Damn, I didn't even realise he was off the field. I didn't even know he was off the field. Makasini's past his HIA. He's coming back onto the field. Move on. Exactly right, Justin. Another human. Move on. Yeah, exactly right, Aaron. No one even knew Makasini went off for a HIA. He was the one who set up that first try as well for the Tigers. Sione Fainu. Maybe that's why they went back to that right-hand side for Tavana. Tigers vs Titans will be a thrilling final this year. Amazing grand final, that one. Wow. Titans should probably win it too because we've got a good winning record against the Tigers. 2 front rows of both sides. That's their nicknames. So they go to the left-hand side to Terrell May, and Terrell May brings this ball to the 4. No, he gets the offload away. And that was a really poor offload, to be fair. Stephen Crichton is going to end up making the tackle at 20. That's a really poor offload there from the Tigers. And now they're back inside that 20, and Alex Twell has to bring it out to the 30. Looking for an offload, can't do it though. Fit tackle now at the 25. And the Tigers are going to whack this ball down here to the 20. And they'll take it out to the 30 through Anari Tuala. But yeah, Makasini back on the field. Bailey Hayward now coming onto the field. Oh, is he going to play hooker? If he is, I'm going to cry. Jethro Renakama, he'll be the 50 on second tackle. Let's go Tigers, let's go. Wanga says third tackle, they get the offload away. Second tackle is still Lachlan Galvin. Don't let him score. Don't let him score, Tigers. Oh, Ruben Wiki was a tough unit. Yeah, he was a big runner of the ball. Fourth tackle at the 18. Bailey Hayward, he'll get to Lachlan Galvin. Galvin off to Matt Burton. Burton steps onto the inside, and he'll be taken to the 10. Can't get the offload away. Fit tackle. Bailey Hayward to Lachlan Galvin. Fit tackle. There's the boos that go up. And in the in-goal, Luai has caught it, and it's going to be a 7. No, they're going to say it's play. It's not a 7-tackle set. Oh, it is a 7-tackle set. Luai was away. If it wasn't for the fact that that was called a 7-tackle set, he was away. If he doesn't catch that in the in-goal, he does. He puts his foot in the in-goal, so it is a drop. That's the correct call. Was Willie Mason any good? Yes, Gary. Yes, Willie Mason was good. Conway South's come off the field here. Hope he's all right. First tackle now at the 35. Maybe he's just gassed because he hasn't had a great deal of game time recently. Second tackle now at the 45. Francis, I hear a TV in the background. Your missus watching game shows. No, you'd be probably hearing the festival that's outside. It's a Superbike festival here in Watchalong. It is a massive Castrol Superbike event. That's a penalty. Leo Thompson, that's so stupid. He's just pushed him over. It's 100% a penalty here, and they're going to take a quick tap. Are they Tigers? No. Yeah, you'd be able to hear. You'd probably be able to hear the music / the noise from the festival, I would say. The festival's on for this weekend. I think it finishes tomorrow. Penalty for pushing. It's really loud. It doesn't stop until about 10 o'clock. Super Bike Festival. So the Tigers are going to be at the 30 here. Good call, Brenton. Is this a full scam from the Doggies? Guys, I don't know why I keep saying this. A team who's not in the top 9 is always going to be on scam. They're not on the screen. I can't put a scam on a team that's not even on the screen, lads. Second tackle now at the 20. I hear Galvin getting dogged on every day. It's because he's not fantastic here with the Doggies, unfortunately. They go to Jock Madden. Madden out to Jerome Luai. Luai at the back down to Marcassini. Marcassini's going to step inside. And he will be 15 metres away from the line. Third tackle. 12 and a half minutes to go in the first half. It goes to Fainu. Up to Jerome Luai. Luai then to Jock Madden. Jock Madden at the back here to Dream Buller. Dream taking down to the 10 on 4 tackle. Dogs, I feel like the left-hand side is where you've got to... The Tigers, you've got to open up on the left-hand side today. They kick that ball through. I think this is going to be played at. It is. So Tigers, fresh set of 6 here, 25 metres away from the line. I think you've got to target this left-hand side defence because Stephen Crichton's been really poor this year. And he didn't start off well in this game as well, giving up on that side, on that left-hand side. I think you've got to target that area, even though you've scored through Palatino Tavana as well. Dream Buller, he'll offload the ball to Fainu. Fainu with the 20 here. Fainu's still moving here. He'll be 15 metres away, second tackle. Wiki on Soliola in his second last game was crazy. Soliola's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Terrell May. And Terrell May is going to be at the 15 now on third tackle. Where do they go? They go to the open side to Jock Madden. Jock Madden to Jerome Luai. Luai short ball through the line. Can't be Paul. Jerome Buller. There he is. Jerome Buller will score on return. It's 14-0 with a kid to come. And doggy, woof, woof. There's no woof, woofing right now. 14-0 to the Tigers. 14-0 to the Tigers. As a Blues and Penrith fan, Ashley Klein is the best ref in the world. Guys, again, please stop referring to Origin. We've done it to death, lads. We're not getting into an argument. But come on, man. Like, I know everyone thinks that everyone wants to bring it up, but guys, we've spoken about it so much. Can we please focus on the NRL for a little bit? Please. I am tired of talking about Origin in regards to game 1. You can agree or disagree with the call. I don't care at this point. I don't care at this point. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. I just don't give a shit about the call anymore. I'm so sick of it. Aaron Brasino says, Bulla. Nice little try. Benji breathes West Tigers on the sideline. Yeah, no, he's into it. Marcel says that try lasted it tasted just like an apple pie. This could get ugly. It definitely could, yeah. Is it really worth tipping Bulldogs anymore? Well, I didn't tip the Bulldogs. Tipped the Bulldogs against the Storm, but I didn't tip the Bulldogs today. I tipped the Tigers. The Tigers got Alex Twell back, Jerome Buller back, and Apisa Kotoi back, and they've just been a better team this year when they've been a full-strength roster, and their defense has been really good when they've got a full-strength roster. I would agree, not with top 4, Aaron. I would agree definitely top 6, though. I'd probably have you about 5 or 6. I would probably have you about 5 or 6. I still feel like Manly would have beaten you with their form. I do. Not the last couple of weeks, though. They've been pretty rough. But I do feel like Manly would have been able to get over the line. You would have... I don't think you would have... The Storm were pretty desperate at that point. I feel like the Tigers probably win that game, but I couldn't guarantee you. Down there in Melbourne, they did come up with a red-hot start. I know you had injuries. But... Gee whiz. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'd be pretty hard-pressed to go against the scoreline, but also it wasn't a perfect game from the Storm, and you could have easily won that game. So it's a hard one to call that individual one. And then we go back to another game against the Sharks. I don't think you beat the Sharks that day. I think the Sharks were ruthless. That was a ruthless Sharks performance. So I do think that I would have had you... I probably would have... Out of those 3 losses that you had, I probably would have gone and definitely... I'd be happy to give you the Storm game, but I would be 50-50 on Manly. I wouldn't give you the Sharks game. Would Galvin be a good fit at the Dragons? I thought Gus hinted he was moving him on. Surely he isn't. Is he? Surely not. Surely not. That would be such a schmozzle if he moved Galvin on. That would be just a nightmare. Alex 12, fit tackle at the 40. 10 minutes to go in the first half, 30 minutes gone. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. The Tigers are going to whack this one down to the 15, where it's Jacob Kiraz who brings it out of the 25 now on first tackle. Dasmay says, right, I want them all sacked. On the spot, get the Jersey flag team in. They show more fight. Leo Thompson, what is his purpose? By the way, 2025, we outnumber the Tigers to shit at Combank. Holy bandwagons. That is true. And Dogs now third tackle here at Le 40. And there is a good hit there from Muccassini, and Galvin's going to get whacked to the 45. Gussie's not a long-term half. He's definitely not a long-term half-back. I think that he's definitely a 5'8". He's not a long-term half-back, though. And that was simply the Dogs' decision. They were the ones who made that decision. Burton Bomb puts it up. Who puts it up? And Dream. Jakrimi with a great catch there at the 20 on first tackle. Aaron says, our points differential will be a lot better even if we lost those games. Correct. They'll definitely give you that. Absolutely. I don't... No, I still think you could have lost by a good 40 to the Sharks. I think that was just an on day for the Cronulla, and when they're on, they're relentless. But you wouldn't have lost by as much to Manly, and you wouldn't have lost by as much to the Storm. And again, you probably could have and probably should have beaten the Storm, but the Storm were desperate too. 4 tackle at the 40 for the Tigers. So yeah, your points differential wouldn't be anywhere half as bad. It's going to be Terrell May, and Terrell May, he's going to beat the 50 on fit tackle. He said he's not the long-term halfback, but then again, I never trust Gus giving a straight answer these days. I don't trust Gus shit. And there'll be Jethro Renakama at the 5. He's going to bring this ball out now to the 15 on first tackle. Goes both ways. You're not outnumbering them because your fans stop coming. Well, that's what he's saying. He's literally insulting Dogs fans. Daz is insulting Dogs fans with that comment. So, Daz, what is your name? Let's decide your name. If you lose this game to the Tigers, you're going to call yourself like Tig Pies, mate, or something? Or Westmate? Yeah, Westmate. That's it. I reckon it has to be Westmate. W-E-S-T-S, mate. That makes sense. I love it. Daz, you lose this game, your name for the next week has to be Westmate. So what I'm hearing is Galvin to Dragons and Cleary to Dogs. I nearly want to time you out for that, Jozzy. Fit tackle here at the 40. Didn't Penrith start winning the comp when Gus left? Correct. Lachlan Galvin kicks this one down here to the 15, where it's going to be Jarrell Skelton used to play for the Doggies. He will bring this... Oh, what on earth is he doing? But luckily, it's going to come out the back here to Falatino Tavana at 15, first tackle. I cannot believe that he's offloaded that ball like that. That is outrageous. Jareem Buller, he'll bring this ball to the 25 on second tackle. Aspect says, I thought he was saying there's more Tigers fans now. Well, it is both, but he's also insulting Dogs fans by saying that they are bandwagons, because he's saying that the Dogs fans outnumber the Tigers last year. That's a good kick. That's a great kick into space, and the Dogs are going to pick this ball up literally at their in goal. And Jacob Kiraz, he'll only bring this ball to the 10. Great rush-up defense from the Tigers as well. Galvin is a second rower. Okay, that's about enough of that I've heard. That's got to do me. Not a half while he's young. He could cover centre. I cannot believe I've just seen Galvin is a second rower come out of the mouth of somebody. Galvin is a second rower. Are we serious? Galvin is a second rower. Second rower? No way. No way is That's crazy. What? Second rower? Are we serious? Baller's going to go this ball here at the 10. What are we doing? Oh, no way, Tigers. They're actually like just... They're demanding the Dogs come back in this game. They're asking them to come back. Second row is crazy. Oh, man. Muccassini's been put in a bit of a crusher position here. I hope he's okay. There might be... It's his right shoulder troubling him here. I don't know what Buller's doing, though, with that pass. Oh, this one here. Oh, he got caught. I don't know. Crichton's lucky there. He is lucky. All right, so Tigers now, they're going to bring this ball at 10. Muccassini's had a hard go of it today. One, he's got a HIA. He passed it, and now his shoulder is... he's definitely feeling his right shoulder. He is still on the field, though. Alex Tual, it'll be fit tackle here at the 30. I would not be surprised if we see Makasini go off the field at some point here. Yeah, he's still awkwardly grabbing at his right shoulder. Look at him. It's not looking great for him. And maybe, I don't know. So the Dogs, Jake Kiraz gets the offload away to Matt Burton. Burton here, back at the 30. Nearly gets through. He'll be at the 35. 4.5 minutes to go. I really do think you need to try before halftime. I sent this opinion through the weekend, thought it was awful. Connor Watson's the Tigers as lock and move 12 to front row. Ridiculous. Completion rate 95% for the Tigers. Very good. Renakama to Lachlan Galvin. Makasini's going fine now. I still feel like he's holding his... you can see his right shoulder's a bit awkward at the moment. We'll see after he makes a tackle. Bailey Hayward right now. Kiraz. Oh, my gosh. Sitili Tupanua's run directly into him. And Kiraz is going to score. Kiraz is going to score. Kiraz is going to score. I don't know what just happened there with the Tigers. Tigers, you were dominating this game, and then in these last 5 minutes, you've had a stupid offload that lost you 20 metres inside your own 20. You've then seen a ridiculous pass from Dream Buller that has gone back to the 3 and ultimately put an injury to one of your players in Makasini. And then now you've seen the Dogs. Who misses that tackle? Seyfarth. That's outrageous. Kiraz has just run over the top of Seyfarth there. It's a good, strong try from Tupanua and Kiraz here, but also Seyfarth, are you serious? Seyfarth, are you serious? Turova, you can't really blame him for not being able to make the one-on-one tackle after he's broken through the line. But Tigers, you've welcomed the Dogs back into this game. Grant coming off the bench next game. Dude, I've gone Roosters 13 plus. Seyfarth, that is horrific as a tackle. That is horrific as a tackle. And again, the Tigers have asked him to do it. They've been asking him to do it these last few moments. They needed something, and they got something. So it should be a 10-point game any moment now. Should be a 10-point game. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. They needed something, and they got something. Seyfarth is terrible. Wouldn't make the reserves at any other club. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan. Then again, I never used to be a fan of Twal, and he really came around. He's been amazing this year. And the Dogs will get the kick. 2 minutes 20 to go here of the first half, and it is 16 points to 6. Seyfarth's benches misses or something. Yeah, I've never really been a massive raider of Alex Seyfarth. I know Mitchell hates him. 2:14 to go. But Kiraz has been good since taking on this fullback responsibility. Apparently, Dewey is 2 to 3 weeks here in Oz. Very strong try. I'm still just looking to see if Makasini is grabbing at that right shoulder. Okay, is he there? He's still running weirdly, man. He's on the field, though. I think he's pretending he's not hurt right now. I think he is. Now, second tackle for the Dogs. Leo Thompson, another knock on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Tigers have a chance to score right now before halftime. Oh, no. Leo Thompson is having a disaster of a game. Leo Thompson is just having a shocker. And he has done this quite a bit in regards to errors recently. Are they challenging this? Captain's challenge? They're saying that they think it's a shoulder charge here. Oh, okay, we'll send him off then, eh? Send him off. Alex Terrell, get him off. Send him off. It's a shoulder charge. Yep, no, it's correct. It's a penalty here to the Dogs. It is a shoulder charge. Send him off. Send him off. Every time the Dogs score a try, I will do a shot, but I doubt I'm getting drunk tonight. Well, you've already done one shot. All right, so I'm just trying to have a look here. So that's not going to be counted as an error for Leo Thompson, but he already does have an error in this game. Leo Thompson, 5 runs for 39 metres. Yikes, I want to see more. 16 post contact. He does have 2 tackle breaks. And then 13 tackles made, 3 misses. And he does have the 1 error, nearly 2 just then. Jeez, he's not been great. He's not been great at all, the old Leo. He's very lucky, though, that was a shoulder charge from Alex Twell. So 50 metres away here from the try line for the Dogs. If they can score a try here, that'd be just gigantic. Twell, he makes a tackle this time. Second tackle at the 45. Bailey Hayward gets it to Josh Curran, and Curran now is going to be at the 35 on third tackle. Third tackle, Bailey Hayward. Leo Thompson here with the run. He'll bring this ball to the 25 on fourth tackle. They are in attacking range now, the Dogs. Bailey Hayward to Lachlan Galvin. Josh Curran. Josh Curran across here to Leo Thompson. Then off to Sitili Tupanua. Sitili Tupanua. He's going to run this ball. Offloads it. Stephen Crichton. Stephen Crichton. Maybe not. This is close. He may have been held up here. Stephen Crichton may have been held up here. They're going to call a try, but we're going to check this. Yeah, exactly right, Jeremy. Where's my 10%? But 36 seconds to go here. They're going to call a try for Crichton, but I don't know if he gets this down. It's going to be interesting to see on the replay. Leo Thompson to Tupanua. Tupanua has been unbelievable these last few weeks. Great offload from him, and then Crichton right through. And Jareem, has he done enough here? Oh, that I don't know if you're going to be able to overturn it, because you might be able to assume that he gets the tip of the ball down on the roll. Crichton. This will be the one. And they're not going to take it away, I don't reckon. I just don't know if they're going to take this away from him. Oh, gee whiz. Oh, I don't know if you can give that, man. I think this is actually I think this is a no try. You couldn't... Oh. I think he's probably held up here. So he goes down here. Oh, you're going to say there? No, they're going to say no try. They're going to the bunker. Yeah, it's going to be no try here against Crichton. And it's going to be called a knock-on as well. Buller has saved the day here. I think there is a knock-on here as well. Yeah, oh, dude, it was close. I think, yeah, it's a no try. Goes to change hands, and that will be a knock-on, yeah. It's halftime anyway. Geez, unlucky there. Dogs had been huge. But it will be no try. Massive try saver. That would have changed the whole momentum. Absolutely. Still a long way to go here. The Dogs are still in this game, but no try. And I think they may add another 10 seconds onto the clock here. So it's just going to be Tigers ball, 10 metres out. And there'll be like 6 seconds left. Oh, 40 seconds on the clock. Okay, so they've still got actually a little bit of time here. And they go back out to the 20. Nothing's really going to change anyway. Oh, you'd be spewing if you had Stephen Crichton try scorer, wouldn't you? But Sitili Tupanua has been just so monumental for them these last couple of weeks. So Suna Torova, he will bring this ball out now to the 30, and it's going to be 0 tackle, I would assume. First tackle, knock on over the try line. Not at a 0. Okay, 12 offloads out the back, and it's going to be Latufanu with the 40 on second tackle. Doesn't really matter anyway. And now be Latufanu rolls it back to Jock Madden. Off to Terrell May. Terrell May brings it to the 45 on third tackle. 10 seconds left here of the first half. They go to the left-hand side to Alex Twell. Twell off to Seyfarth. He'll be at the 45. Fourth tackle. Just whack this ball up in the air. Whack the ball up in the air. Jock Madden's gone for a 2-point field goal. Bro, I just think it's pointless. You know you're not kicking a 2-point field goal there. Just kick the ball up high and hope that someone can chase it down and try and get a catch and to score. But Apparently not. But anyway, the second half is all set up here because the Bulldogs been finding a little bit of momentum. Unlucky not get that try at half time. It's going to be 16-6 here at the half, and we do have a bit of a cracker unfolding here. So let's get into the stats and see how it's all playing out at the moment. Obviously, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new around here. We got the Roosters versus the Storm right after this. Let's do these stats. The Tigers, 16, Bulldogs, 6 here at CommBank. Try scorers, Drell Skelton, Falatina Tavana, and Jareem Muller with Jog Madden 2 for 3 on the conversions for the Tigers, whilst the Bulldogs have got Jacob Kiraz and Crichton is 1 from 1 with the conversions. They obviously missed the 2-point field goal there, the Tigers as well. It was never happening. Possession-wise, 52% possession to the Tigers, 48% possession to the Bulldogs, so very, very equal here. And it's an amazing, amazing, healthy game in regards to time in possession. You're looking for 25 minutes. We've still seen 4 tries here. However, 16 minutes and 7 seconds of possession for the Tigers, 14 minutes and 13 seconds for the Bulldogs. That is over 30 minutes of gameplay you're seeing right now. That's 30 minutes and 20 seconds. That is spectacular. You are seeing plenty of rugby league today. That is absolutely monumental. So you're very happy with that, and that's why we're really feeling like this is an enjoyable game as we speak. Completion rate, 80% is what you're looking for. 95% for the Tigers. 95%. 21 from 22 is unbelievable. 81% here for the Dogs. 18 from 22. Very happy with that, above the 80%. So both teams aren't making the errors here, and that's why you're seeing the free-flowing game. You go to the runs, 101 runs for 859 run meters. That means that they are essentially behind that. That's not actually that great here from the Tigers. So 101 runs for 859 run meters. They are currently 151 run meters behind the 10 meters in average per run that you're looking for, because with 101, you'd like to be seeing 1,010. They're at 859, so they're quite well behind what they should be getting on the run meter department. But the Dogs, 98 runs, so 3 less, but they've got 969 run meters. They have got 110 more run meters than the Tigers with 3 less runs. So the Dogs are well and truly in this game. They've got plenty of meters in them. They are only 11 meters behind the 10 meters in average per run that you're looking for. And as I always say, if you see a team hit 1,000 run meters in a half, it's always amazing, regardless of how much behind they are on the 10 meters in average per run. Well, if you actually, now it's 102 for 864, so 4 runs less and 5 more meters. But if you give the 4 extra runs here to the Bulldogs, you can get them past the 1,000. They will definitely be at the 1,000 in the first half. So they're not quite at the 1,000 right now, but if they make up, it's now 97 for 965. If you make it up, I'm telling you, the Bulldogs will be above 1,000. So it's actually a really good half for them on the run meter department. The post-contact meters with the 4 extra runs now 101 and 97. It's 284 post-contact meters for the Tigers, 282 post-contact meters here for the Dogs. You give those extra few runs there to the Dogs, they would be above the 284. They are beating them in the post-contact as well. It's only separated by 3 right now, and it's a 5-run gap. Line breaks, 3-3. Both these teams getting a healthy chunk of line breaks. Tackle breaks. The defense in this game is not good enough from either of these teams. Just as simply said as that. 26 tackle breaks is ridiculous for the Tigers. 30 tackle breaks for the Bulldogs is ridiculous. We are seeing way too many missed tackles in this game. That is 56 bad tackles in the first half. In 40 minutes, we saw 56 missed tackles in this game. That's collectively from both teams. In 40 minutes, we've seen 56 missed tackles. That is insane. That is insane. Average set distance. So 25 meters and below is pathetic on the stream off. 25 to 30 is disgusting. 30 to 35 is underwhelming. 35 to 40 is hitting the marker. 40 to 45 is great. 45 to 50 is fantastic. And 50 plus is essentially perfect. 39.02 here for the Tigers. That is upper end of doing the job. They are making enough meters here. It's not amazing, but they're doing the job in that 35 to 40 category. But the Bulldogs, they're at 43.69, so they're doing a great job. They're making plenty of run meters, and the run meters, they show us this when we were speaking about it before. So 43.69 compared to 39.02. They're up by about 4.5 meters on what the Tigers are doing. The Dogs are winning the run meter department. They're just not putting on the attack as per usual in regards to actually putting the points on the board. The average play to ball speed, 3.19 seconds and below is extremely fast. 3.2 to 3.39 is fast. 3.4 to 3.59 is average. 3.6 to 3.79 is slow. And 3.8 and above is extremely slow. 3.41 seconds here for the Dogs, 3.43 seconds here for the Tigers, exact same. 0.02 seconds separating the two of them, slightly in favour of the Dogs, but also who cares? It's only 0.02 seconds. This is an average play the ball speed from both these teams. Offloads, very healthy from both these teams. 8 for the Tigers, 9 for the Bulldogs. Both of those numbers are pretty high. You go to the kick defusal, 88% for the Tigers, 33% for the Bulldogs. effective tackle percentage is putrid here from both of these teams. It is disgusting. 85% on an effective tackle percentage, 85% and below is awful, 85% to 88% is underwhelming, 88% to 90% is hitting the marker, and 90% and above is essentially perfect. The Tigers are below 80%. Awful category is 85% and below. The Tigers are at 79.83%. That is putrid. That is horrific to look at. 190 tackles made is above the typical 160 to 180. They have 30 missed tackles. The average is 15 to 17. 30 missed tackles, average of 15 to 17. And the ineffective tackles is 18. The average is 5 to 7. So they have got 11 more ineffective tackles than the average, and they've got 13 more missed tackles than the average. That is diabolical. In 40 minutes of play just now, we've seen the Tigers have 48 bad tackles. That is over a bad tackle a minute. That is crazy. So 79.83% needs to be adjusted regardless. And the Dogs, they're not much better. 81.78% is also awful. At least they're into the 80s, but 81.78% is awful. 193 tackles made, so only 3 more tackles made than the Tigers. 27 missed tackles is 3 less than the Tigers, but still 10 above the average. And the ineffective tackles is 2 less than the Tigers with 16, but is still 9 above the average of 5 to 7. So that is 43 bad tackles in the first half. Again, a bad tackle over a minute. A bad tackle over a minute. Every minute over it. I don't know how to say it in English right now. I forgot my own language. But 43 tackles compared to 43 bad tackles compared to 48 bad tackles. That is a really bad half defensively from both these teams. Despite the fact that it says 16 to 6, yeah, gee whiz. This game's still well and truly on here. Now, the errors, Tigers are very good. 3 and below, really good. 4 to 6 is average, and 7 above is awful. 1 error for the Tigers is spectacular. Really good stuff there, whilst the Bulldogs are at 4. So they're just slightly into the average category, but it's not too bad there. These last 2 games here today, the Sharks Manly wasn't too bad for it. This game here as well, we saw at halftime, and probably even the first game here today of the Eels and the Knights, we didn't see that many errors. The second half really lit it up for it. But we have seen a lot less errors in the first half of games, these last couple of games, which has been good. Penalties conceded is 3-2 against the Dogs, so that's getting up there for the Dogs. Ruck infringements 2-0 against the Tigers, and inside 10 metres 2-0 against the Tigers. So the Tigers aren't getting any 6 agains, but they are receiving more penalties there. And again, the Dogs are making more errors. Realistically, when you quickly skim over all those stats that we just spoke about here at halftime, possession in favour of the Tigers, both teams' completion rate is great. Dogs are winning the run meter department and also the post contact. Line breaks are equal. Defense is putrid regardless of the team. The average play the ball speed is regular. Same offloads essentially. And the errors is what's killing the game for the Dogs because it's only a 16-6 game and slightly the penalties. But if you go on infringements as a collective of the penalties, the rucks and the inside 10s, that'll be 6-3 against the Tigers there. So that's giving the Dogs an opportunity in this game as well. And we saw in that last few minutes of that first half, the last 5, where the Tigers were making stupid offloads and stupid passes and just allowed the Dogs into the game, and the Dogs found that try and nearly scored a second try there right before halftime. So it's actually completely open here for either team to win this. I did tip the Tigers pre-game. I'm still going to tip the Tigers now, but they need to wake up defensively. So do the Bulldogs. But the Tigers still should win this game. But the Dogs are winning the run meter battle at the moment. Sando says, massive try saver. That would have changed the whole momentum. Bretton says, that's why the man is so creamy. Jared says, Jeremy, you can do it as a super chat and you can add the amount there. Yeah, exactly right. 100%. Wanga says, winning Tigers. So that's great. So I know you commented that when I was talking about the defense. I don't think that's a great comment. I think that you need to... I think you need to expect better. So, okay, great. The Tigers are winning this game 16-6, but let's also remember the Dogs are in 13th right now, and with a loss here, could go into 14th in the bottom 4 by the end of the night with the Storm Roosters game after this. I don't think that you should just be happy with we're still winning despite being awful. You should be like, well, we're winning, but, our defense is absolutely atrocious right now, and it is. Like, the defense of both these teams, you cannot make an excuse for it. I don't think you should set the expectations and the bar low that you're happy just because you're winning, and let's ignore the negatives because we're winning. I think you need to focus on the negatives and obviously be happy with the win. But you need to focus on the negatives right now and say, shit me drunk, this is not good enough for the Tigers and we need to expect better. Because if they weren't playing a Bulldogs team today who can't attack for shit, it might have been a different story against a Panthers team or a Warriors team. And they play the Panthers next week, mind you, the Tigers. So we'll see that then. You missed 30 tackles and a half against the Panthers. You are going down 30-0 in the first half. If you miss the same amount of tackles that you've missed in this first half of the year today, next week against the Panthers, they will absolutely crucify the Tigers. So this is why it's like, yeah, okay, great, you are technically winning, but also there's still 40 minutes to go in this game. But you do need to look at that and go, well, shit, that's not good enough. 30 missed tackles and 17 ineffective tackles for 18 ineffective tackles for 48 bad tackles in a half that's only 40 minutes long. So it's over a bad tackle a minute. You know, it's not good enough. So again, well and truly all good that you're currently leading. Game's not over yet, but there's a reason why I'm just like, well, I don't know if you should be too happy just because you're winning when you've got those stats there. Corey Scanners with a $1 donation. Get around you, Corey. Appreciate it for the support. Sando says I'm on the unders as well. Fingers crossed. Mark says over 46.5 points. Come on, native for my treble. 46.5. It's 22 right now. Oh, with the defense right now, you could definitely see more points in it. But the Dogs, they just don't know how to attack. They are the third worst attacking team in the competition, whilst the Tigers have got their players back. But they're not exactly unbelievable right now. But they've been the better team slightly. But also the Dogs have been there and about. So they just can't score tries. They just cannot score tries. It's a really tough game to read. I could easily see this going over. And I could easily see this staying under as well. Blake says, score prediction for the final tonight. I'm taking Roosters 13+. I just feel like they should have enough in them. But I could be completely wrong too. Oh, the final tonight between PSG and Arsenal. I'm going to go 3-1 PSG. I know Arsenal's a great defense, but PSG, when they get moving, when they get scoring, they can score buckets. And if they score 1-0, if they get a goal early in that game tonight, they might go on with it. Because Arsenal's heads will go straight on down, and PSG can run away very quickly, which is what you saw the other year when they won 5-0 over Inter. What a day of sport coming up. Arsenal, PSG, Thunder, Spurs, Penrith, Wars. Yeah, no, big next 24 hours. That Panthers-Warriors game tomorrow is going to be absolutely nuts. That's going to be absolutely nuts. I'm really excited for it. Blake, I'm going 3-1 PSG. Yeah, well, there you go. You said the same thing as me, yeah. I'll go PSG just because Arsenal have been insufferable for the past few days. I can see a world where Arsenal win the game 1-0. They win every single game 1-0, man. Like, they're just 1-0 FC. Which is fine. Like, if you win the game, you win the game. That's great. But I just feel like they don't have the experience at this final. And PSG won last year, and they don't have the experience compared. PSG know what it takes to win. Arsenal have Arsenal ever been in a final of the Champions League before? Surely they would have been back in like 2003 days. Obviously, they never won, but have they ever been in a final? Tottenham were in it a couple of years ago against Liverpool, and they lost 2-0. In 2019, I think it was. Sean says, just saw the teams. 09 versus Barca, there you go. Just saw the teams for Wars versus Panthers. Maguire, McLean's the only one backing up. Oh, what? So the Panthers actually have said they're not... Oh, that's bullshit, Penrith. That's bullshit from Penrith. That is a disgrace. That is a disgrace from Penrith. You've got Cronulla backing up Blake Brayley and Adam Fanua-Blake, but you're telling me you're not going to back up Nathan Cleary. You're not going to back it up for a first versus second matchup. Eat a dick, Penrith. Oh, dude, that's ridiculous. That is so disrespectful to the game. So you've had Blake Brayley and Adam Fanua-Blake back up after 2 days against Manly. They backed up 2 nights after Origin. But yet Penrith have a 4-night break. They are in Sydney. The game is in Sydney, so you haven't had to fly at all, and you're not going to play any of your players that played in Origin on Sunday. That's a disgrace, man. That is such a disgrace. Come on. Dead set. Next week they play on Sunday as well, so they get a full week break in between as well. Come on. You've got teams that are backing up players all throughout this round. You are the last game of the round. The last game of the round, and yet you're not going to put out your team. Oh, dude, it's their choice at the end of the day. If that's what they're doing, like Harry Grant's backing up here for the Storm tonight. You're seeing Cameron Munster back up for the Storm here tonight. You got Trent Loiero backing up for the Storm. Again, for the Sharks, you saw Adam Fanua-Blake and also Adam Fanua-Blake and who's the other one? Blake Brayley, who backed up. as well. Oh, man, that really ticks me off in regards to Penrith. It's like you can do whatever you want. You can choose whatever you want, but you're going to get criticised for it. Unless Penrith changed the team in the last minute. Yeah, Arsenal's and finals back in the Sol Campbell days. All right, so the Bulldogs now get this ball here to the 15 on first tackle of the second half. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Yeah, Penrith said they weren't playing their Origin plays yesterday. I thought you knew when you said you were tipping them. No, I didn't, but it's got nothing to do with it. I don't care about the tip. I care about the game itself. A first versus second game has just been absolutely destroyed because this sad sack of a team is deciding to rest all their players when you see all the other teams playing pretty much all of their players. Tiger Hood, I really do hope that the Wires smack him. Mark says Arsenal's 2-1 at Barcelona in the 2006 final. Jozzy says Walker and Teddy backing up too. Exactly right. Sam Walker, Teddy backing up. Everyone's backing up except for the Panthers. Sad sacks, man. The Tigers will grab his ball at the 15. And it's going to be Jareem Buller who brings it to the 25 on first tackle. Penrith paying till 34. Get on it. No, thank you. Second tackle now at the 35. Tiger says, that's the blockbuster game of the weekend. If Warriors win, there will still questioning. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it takes away from the Warriors win. I wanted the boys to back up, but think Ivan's scared from Cleary getting injured after backing up. Yeah, but that should be for every team. Alex Twell here at the 44. You're the only team who's resting all their players, and you've got the last game of the round. Last game of the round. And you're the only team that's resting bulk players. Fit tackle here at the 44, and it's the only game that really is significant this weekend. Warriors-Panthers. First versus second. Seriously. This might be a penalty. Tigers here. Nope, they're going to say it's fine. Jacob Kiraz goes the ball at 3, and he's going to bring this ball out here to the 20 on first tackle. Well, let's go smash them now. They really should. It is laughable, Sundo. Yeah, Roosters players backing up. This is what I'm saying. Roosters players backing up. Sharks players backed up 2 nights later. 2 nights later. Britton Nakora would have backed up if he didn't get a HIA, if he didn't get a concussion. Third tackle over the Dogs, they're going to be at the 35. Everyone's backing up, except for all the Panthers players. Sad, bro. So Tilly Tipanua is going to be at the 45 on forward tackle. I think Ivan made the call because they have the for and against to do, so if they lose, that's their... I'm aware what their thought process is, Branson. I'm very well aware why they're doing it. It's no surprise and shock horror as to why they're doing it. I just think it's a really sad thing to do. A really sad thing to do. The Tigers, they're going to get taken back in the in goal here, and it's going to be a dropout even the Tigers and the Bulldogs. Dropout coming up. 37 minutes to go here. Good work there from the Dogs to keep the Tigers inside their own in goal. Tavana, good catch there, but unfortunately, he'll just get taken back into the in goal. They're so soft when it comes to that. 100% Sundo. All right, so the dropout coming up from the Tigers. The Bulldogs will get this ball at the 25. I don't know what the point is of going for a mid-range dropout. It's like they're going to get the ball guaranteed and you've got no chance to catch it. Why wouldn't you just try and kick it as long as you possibly can? But Anari Tuala's going to be to 13 now on first tackle. It was 13 plus, Sione, but it takes away from your win. It does. Tipanua so close. Half a metre short of the line, second tackle. 6 again here. Bailey Hayward, the Dogs on the roll. Lachlan Galvin, Josh Curran gets it off here to Matt Burton. Burton steps, Burton goes. He'll be at the 10 on first tackle. As a fan of the game, ruins a good contest to watch. Yeah. It takes away from the game, absolutely. Second tackle now at the 3. And Josh Curran gets close. Second tackle. Bailey Hayward out to Lachlan Galvin. Galvin steps. Galvin still moving. And that was a really poor run there that did absolutely nothing for Lachlan. Third tackle at the 5. And they'll roll it back to Bailey Hayward. He'll go to the right. Kiraz strong. Still going. Can't get the offload away though. Fourth tackle at the 3. And Sione Fainu is down in the back play right now. God bless him. Fit tackle now for Bailey Hayward at the 3. Dogs don't know what they're doing attacking-wise right now. I don't know what they're doing. And there's a knock-on. Oh, no, there's going to be a penalty for a strip. There will be a penalty for a strip. By the way, did Makasini come back on the field here for the second half? Because I can't see Makasini on the field right now. Did he not come back on? I could be wrong here. I could be wrong. But Dogs now at the 5. First tackle. And they're going to go Bailey Hayward out to the right. And here's Sitili Tupanua. He's 3 meters away from the line. Bailey Hayward. They get it off to Lachlan Galvin. Galvin now. And Leo Thompson's going to be 5'4", 3 meters away from the line. Third tackle. Bailey Hayward. They haven't gone down this left side to see if Mukassini did actually come back on. Jacob Kiraz. He'll get the offload away to Stephen Crichton. Crichton now. They get this ball across. Yeah, no, he hasn't. No, Mukassini hasn't come back on here. He's out. He must be out of the game. I think he did his shoulder in and he's not going to come back. Bailey Hayward to Josh Curran. Josh Curran then off to Jack Underhill. And Jack Underhill gets away from a couple. He's still moving here and the Bulldogs are going to be 5 meters away from the line. Fifth tackle. They give it to Lachlan Galvin. Galvin, what on earth is that from Lachlan Galvin? That is horrific from Galvin. That is actually horrific from Galvin. Yikes. They have no idea what they're doing attacking-wise. They just don't, eh? They have no idea what they're doing. That kick is just dreadful. So Tigers now, it's going to be Tavana who brings this ball out to the 40 on first tackle. Jacobs, it's so funny to me how the Dogs win a game, then their fans claim they're back, then they're all for the week after. Well, yeah, but they did this with the Panthers as well, and they've done this with the Storm, but the Storm are at third last. It's like, that's not a game to really... Mukassini will not be coming back on tonight. Lost ball, Tigers. Shoulder injury. Oh, they're away here, Josh Curran. Yeah, so they're not... Mukassini will not be back here today. Unfortunately, he did his shoulder, and we were talking about that at the end of the first half. Jacob Kiraz, he'll get this ball across now to... And that was a rough night for Mukassini because he went off with a HIN the first 7 minutes after a try assist, and then since then he's done his shoulder and he won't be back. Lachlan Galvin off to Stephen Crichton. Stephen Crichton here at the 35. Still going. He'll be at the 25 on second tackle. The Dogs are still in this game. Tupanua at the 20, at the 15, at the 10. He offloads it. Anari Tuala. Try time for the Dogs. And this game is on, folks. Try time from the Dogs. And this game is on, folks. At 16 points to 10 with a kick to come. And we are on. We are on. Anari Tuala. Tupanua has been unbelievable, though, man. Unbelievable. Tupanua, right-hand side. And they'll be 10 meters out. And bing bong, try time. 32 minutes to go here. Good game. Close game, the last one. We're getting a lot of 1-12s these last couple of weeks. A lot of 1-12s. Did Kalaponga have a big... No, he didn't really. Kalaponga didn't have a big game in Supercoach at all. So Tilly Tupanua is having a night, though. Oh, so that means Cleary's not playing, so I've got to change my captain in Supercoach too. Oh, yikes. Who do I go as captain now? Angus Crichton against Melbourne. Oh, my goodness me. Now you nearly want to put Alasima in against this second-rate Penrith team. Disgrace. Who would you captain? I got Reece Robson against Melbourne. I've got Crichton against Melbourne. Hudson Young against the Cowboys. Cameron Munster against the Roosters. And Stags against the St. George. Maybe Stags, eh? Maybe it could be a Stags play. Uppy needs to come back on. Well, Matt Burton here from the sideline. Yeah, I'm probably thinking Stags against the Drags. Big kick here for Burton to bring it within 4. And they will miss the kick. So it's going to be a 6-point game here. 6-point game. It's all on right now. Stag's a good shout. I think I have to do it. Even though it's a massive risk there. Massive risk. So 31 minutes left of the game. We've got Justin Bieber baby going on right now in the crowd. Really? Is this what we're doing, Tigers faithful? We're singing Justin Bieber, baby. And we will never, ever, ever be apart. Yeah, Uppy's about to come back on now. He's about to come back on. First tackle here for the Dogs. They're going to be at the 5. Galvin gives it off to Jack Underhill, and Jack Underhill, he'll be at the 15. At least Leo Thompson's doing well for me in Supercoach right now. And roll it back to Bailey Hayward, despite having a bit of a mare game in regards to his ball handling. But he makes a lot of tackles and he makes a lot of meters. He does. Tupanua, geez, they're on top of him right now, the Dogs. You can look, the Tigers are getting slow. Yeah, 6 again, I knew it. The Tigers are slow back to their line. The Dogs are really coming over the top of them at the moment. Second tackle at the 42. Sundo, I love a bit of Bieber, but are we really doing that during a Tigers Bulldogs game? And Leo Thompson brings his ball to the 50 on third tackle. And they go to the right-hand side. And the Dogs will be 14 metres. Oh, he's lost the ball there. He's lost the ball. And it's going to be the Tigers getting the old scrum here at the 40. Don't challenge it, Galvin. Don't challenge it. I think he's just lost his ball. Nah, good on you, Stephen Crichton. Good on you. Oh, wow. This is a... hold on. So... Wally's... No, 100% this is just a loose carry. It wouldn't have been caught anyway. Yeah, no, that wasn't going to be a strip, McAnnis. What are you talking about? 30 minutes to go of the game here, guys. That thumbs up button, subscribe. He's making a tackle. He's got his hand on the ball, but at the end of the day, it's a loose carry there from Lachlan Galvin. 1,000,000%. But Galvin's just lit up Stephen Crichton there. Hey, Galvin, Stephen Crichton's your captain, by the way. Listen to your captain. Listen to your captain. Respect your captain. You were not the captain, Lachlan Galvin. So lighting up your captain for not challenging a call that you would have lost, by the way, is amazing to me. It's amazing to me. But he doesn't, though. He has his hands on the ball like this, and he's making a tackle. They call that as a making a play at the tackle all the time. Every single week, they say that that's not actually making a play to strip. It's just in the process of making a tackle. I don't think that there was a stripping motion there from KPP. He has his hand on the ball. And then as he's brought his hand off of the ball hasn't come out with his hand. So it's not a rake if the ball's shot out that way. It means that Lachlan Galvin, due to the pressure of the hand on it like this, the pressure is shot it out like that. If he raked that ball out, it would have come out this way. You understand what I'm saying? The ball's come out the opposite direction for what a rake would have been. The Dogs now are going to bring this ball to the 40 on the second tackle. And Bailey Hayward goes to the right-hand side to Nari Tuala. And Nari Tuala, he'll be the 50 on third tackle. 29 minutes to go here at the game. Bailey Hayward, he'll get it off to Jack Underhill. And Underhill's going to be at the 40 on fourth tackle. And he's, I don't know what's happening here. Oh, Jack's got a bit of a cramp right now. They go to the left-hand side to Jamin Salmon, and Salmon's going to be at the 30. Okay, big kick coming up here. Good game here. Good game. And it's Lachlan Galvin who's going to whack this one up. Chase this nicely for Jacob Kiraz. Dream Buller. Dream gets it, though. Kiraz nowhere near it. It'll be first tackle for the Tigers at the 13. Yeah, I knew that was coming, Renton. I don't know what's happening there. And now we second tackle here for the Tigers, and they're going to be at the 18. And they get off to Kotoi Sau. He's going to be at the 24. No, not Kotoi Sau. That's Stafford Toa. Sorry. And good running from Drell Skelton to the 35 on fourth tackle. Happy back on is very much needed. Terrell May, he'll be at the 45 on fifth tackle because this could go either way right now. Tigers at the 50. 27 minutes to go here of the game, and that's not a good kick there from Jock Madden. I think they've completed the tackle though, so I think it's actually fine. And wow, great take from Kiraz. Yeah, good call from the referee. I think that he made the tackle. I think it was completely fine. Kiraz to Burton, Jock Madden. Yeah, Josh Curran is going through with the tackle. There's nothing wrong with what Josh Curran did there. I heard the boos from the Tigers fans, but it would have been fine. It was fine. Matt Burton, good run here to the 45 on the Tigers side of the field, third tackle. Bailey Hayward to Jacob Kiraz. Kiraz up to Maxi King, and Max King is going to be fourth tackle here at the 35. Bailey Hayward. Max King's been really good to watch. Lachlan Galvin, Jack Underhill, he's really getting involved in the game. Fifth tackle here at the 25. They've really found a nice little player in Jack Underhill, the Dogs. What are you doing, Jack Underhill? Play the ball, dude. What are you complaining about? Lachlan Galvin now kicks that ball up into the 10. Stephen Crichton comes through. Stephen Crichton knocks it back to Tupanua. Oh, he's got to offload the ball there, Tupanua. You have to offload the ball there, Tupanua. You have to offload the ball there regardless. But Tigers ball the 8. They bring it out here to the 15. First tackle. Comment in the chat right now, guys. Who do you think wins this game? It's a really good game to watch as we speak. I think the quality is good. We're not seeing errors. Where the defense, they're missing a lot of tackles, but ultimately it's a close game. There's intensity. They both care about this win. They both need this win at this middle portion of the season. They've both been going through losing streaks. Tigers recently, Bulldogs throughout the year, and you can feel the intensity with every touch that Galvin has. And right now it's only a 6-point game. So come in the chat who you think will win from here. Fit tackle, and the Tigers are at the 45. 12 to score a try to seal it. Charge down, Josh Curran. He can pick this up. He can run the length at the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. Try time for the Doggies. Josh Curran. That's massive. That's a chugga. That's usually what Billy Viliami Kickout will do. But today it's Josh Curran who will charge it down and he will run the length and score in the corner. 16-14 to the Tigers. Kick to come to the Dogs. Here we go. What a game this is right now. Beautiful charge down by Josh Curran, man. Beautiful charge down. That is exactly what the Dogs are known for. Parramatta are known for offloads. Dogs are known for charge downs. And Josh Curran gets this pinpoint perfect. He comes down, slaps it in. The ball bounces up perfectly for him on the chase. And this is exactly what you would normally see from Vili Bombili. Exactly right. The fans will be the winners in the end. Just another human unlike the Panthers Wars game. Yeah, screw you, Penrith. So it says, wait a second, I could be blind, but did he get it down? Yeah, he gets this down for sure. Does he not? They're going to the bunker here. You might have called this, Sundo. I didn't even see. They're going to the bunker here, so this means it's a no try. Contact on the kicker. No. Josh Curran comes in, so contact on the kicker here. And Curran... But what do you need him to do there? Like, I don't understand how you can charge down then. Like, how are you able to charge the ball down then? But how is it possible to ever have a charge down if you can't contact in that situation? So he's charged the ball down. The body has come in contact with the leg, but he's charged the ball down. So I don't understand how we can ever have a charge down in the history of rugby league anymore because you're always going to contact the leg in that situation. You are always going to contact the leg in this situation. We are never, ever going to be allowed to have a charge down ever again. Remove the charge downs from the game. That's a bullshit call. It's a bullshit call. If he doesn't charge the ball down and he contacts the leg, that's completely fine for mine, and it's a penalty. But he has contacted the ball. He's charged it down. Remove charge downs from the game. That is a bullshit call. It is impossible to ever have a charge down without contacting the kicker's leg. That is bullshit, NRL. And yet again, we're here talking about the referees because... That is the correct call in regards to contact of the leg, but we call that when the play hasn't been made on the ball. So it's usually called when they're just going through, like, they don't even touch the ball, they run through it and they run through the player's leg. But he has run through the player's leg with the charge down. How else are you ever going to see a charge down? That is ridiculous. Aaron, that's the most biased thing I've heard. If it wasn't a charge down, it's a penalty, so charge down shouldn't change that. Okay, charge downs don't exist then. How can you ever physically charge the ball down and not contact the leg? You are having to charge it down to go through and run this way. How are you not going to impact the leg on a charge down? Please take off your Tigers bias for 2 seconds and think of it how we're talking about it. I understand you're a Tigers fan, but that is fucked, that call. That has just taken away a complete try there based and we now are never going to be allowed to see a charge down ever again. We're never going to see a charge down ever again. That is absolutely outrageous. We are never going to see a charge down ever again. Fit tackle here at the 24. 24 metres away. Apisai Cotterway out to Jerome Luai, and they're going to keep this ball through, and it's going to be a try time for the Tigers too. I tipped the Tigers, man, and I thought you guys were going to win, but I'm sorry, Dogs fans. I think that's bullshit against you. I think that's absolutely horseshit. I think you've really, really been robbed in that situation. I think you've been absolutely robbed. I think that is an outrageous part of the game we've just witnessed here. It's outrageous. Gary says his leg connected with the charging player. He didn't run into his foot. It's the most bizarre call. It's incredibly bizarre, Gary. So it's a try time here for the Tigers, and it's about it might be a 22-10 ball game. I wish we were here talking about the fact there's nothing wrong with what the Tigers have done here. It's a fine try. Kiraz and Turova have run into each other there. Turova misjudges the bounce. Some of the decision making is getting out of hand. Well, it just lacks any form of common sense. The call, it lacks any form of common sense. It means that we are never, ever, ever going to see a charge down ever again, because every single charge down is going to be illegal, because every single time you are going to contact the leg on the run through. If you don't get the charge down, I'm completely happy with the penalty. If you do get the charge down, that should not be a penalty. That's so soft. Try every day of the week except today, John Trad says. It was incidental to the charge down. Exactly right. It is incidental to the charge down. Chelsea Pass says, nowadays you just got to let the kicker do whatever he wants, I guess. Not a fan. You can't put pressure on kickers. It's not possible. But again, if you are not making a charge, if you don't come through with a charge down, that's completely fine. But if you are, you're essentially risking a penalty to get the charge down, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. There is no reward now. No reward. 22.5 minutes to go here in the game. It's about to be a 12-point game. And Madden will miss the kick. It hits the post, and it will stay a 10-point game, 20 points to 10. Ibrahim says, what do you want him to do? Teleport. But again, you're taking the risk, correct, by the way, but also it's his choice to charge it down. If you are taking the intentional risk of charging a play down, you are risking the fact that you are going to touch his leg. If you don't get the charge down and you miss the ball, that 1,000,000% is a penalty, but you are taking the risk upon yourself by going for the charge down. If you come through with the ball, that is not a penalty. We've removed charge downs from the game with that call. Tigers now, failed HIA for Sione Fayunu, but Tigers will bring this ball here to the 20 on first tackle. Ty says, that's screw if they happened to the Warriors, I'd bash the TV. Tigers now, such a good game too, and it would have been a 2-point game with a kick to potentially make it an equal game as well. Irregardless, though, it's about the call, not the game itself. Third tackle now at the 35. Mr. Palmer says, there's no real balance in the game. Referees control the game, and it's scary. They can be compromised, especially with betting companies being heavily involved. The game has gotten too technical. I'm not going to get involved into that legality conversation. But Alex Swell with a great run here to the 45. But yeah, 6 against is definitely something that can come into question. Fit tackling at the 45. But that's a whole different conversation. I specifically am just talking about this removing a play from the game. Knock on there from the Dogs, and it's going to be a penalty here to the Tigers at the 23. It's going to be a penalty to the Tigers at the 23. Simple calls like that change games. So Jerome Luai, he puts that ball up there, and the referee actually ran into, I think, Alex Seyfarth there. Seyfarth ran into the referee. The referee has knocked over Seyfarth there, but Kiraz knocks that ball on Tigers' ball. Yeah, I'd take the 2 as well, Brenton, because it is a deliberate offside, so it is a penalty. Because if you've intentionally caught the ball in an offside position, yeah, they are taking the 2. They are. I don't understand why Sexton was dropped by the Doggies. Yeah, people wanted him dropped beforehand, but it's like the organisation should have gone against that. Send him off, the ref, I mean. Send him off. 20 minutes to go here of the game, folks. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We've got Rooster Storm right after this. That's going to be a blow up on the Insta. That's going to blow up on social media, that. That is going to blow up on social media. Dogs fans are going to lose their mind. All right, so they get the kick, and it's going to be 22 points to 10 with 20 minutes to go. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I want to go see how Dogs fans are reacting already. Damn, the Lions lost to the Dockers. Damn. And then a referee to ref the referee. Well, that's essentially what the bunker is meant to do, but as per usual, well, not even as per usual, but the referee overruled the bunker on Wednesday. I want to see if there's people commenting about it already. Well, there's no new post. I need to wait for it. Yeah, Curran charges the ball down, runs all the way, cops to the guard, Tigers get the penalty. Yeah, people are blowing up. This is turning into touch 40 with a joke rule. It is. That is a correct call. This is turning into touch 40 with that call. That's such an embarrassing overturn. Yeah, people are starting to light it up now. Samuel says, how was that not a try from Cohen? I agree, bro. I've blown up. I'm not a Dogs fan. I tipped the Tigers today. I agree with you 100%. I agree with every Dogs fan. I 100% agree that it should have been a try. 4 tackle now for the Tigers, and they're going to beat the 45. 19 minutes to go here in the game. Oh, it's Klein the bunker, is it, Jared? Fuck that ball, man, eh? I hate him. I really do. I really hate him. It is actually Klein to the bunker. It is actually Klein to the bunker. It is. You're right. I remember that. This is the game. This is the game. I said to you guys on Wednesday, whoever actually climbed referees this week, good luck. Well, Dogs, well done. Well done. You have unfortunately been screwed by the ball man. Klein is in the bunker. You are correct. The Dogs now are going to bring this ball out to the 40. The ball man has screwed you. Well, Bulldogs fans. You still loving him? You still loving Ashley Klein? You still loving him? Big fans? Yeah? Third tackler at the 50. Sunday says just when we decide to move on. Exactly right, Sunday. We've moved on. And now we're back. Just as we get out, you pull us right back in, bald man. You pull us right back in, you bald mug. 4 tackler at the 40. That's a crazy goal. I'm not reading that out. Max King is going to be at the 35 on fit tackle. Fit tackle now with the Dogs. Lachlan Galvin puts that up. Tupanua chasing it. And now Tuala coming through. Oh, it's a good take from Jarrell Skelton. Good pressure from Tuala, but a great take from Skelton. And now it's going to be Toruva. And Toruva is going to be back at the 10, back at the 8 on second tackle. He's lost the ball there. There's a penalty. No, that's a correct call. It's a penalty against Crichton there. It's stupid. No, I agree. I think... I'm pretty certain that's a penalty against Crichton, not Hayward. And yeah, it's definitely against Crichton, not Hayward. 100%. Shiny Klein strikes again. The Bullman strikes again. Unbelievable. That's so funny. I forgot all about the fact that Klein was a bunker today. Tigers try scorers today. UK has been Jareem Bulla. We also saw, I think, Jarrell Skelton tried, didn't we? Yeah, Jarrell Skelton, Jareem Bulla, Jarrell Skelton, and Falatino Tavana. The Dogs, Jacob Kiraz and Ara Tuala. 93% completion rate for the Tigers, 84% for the Dogs. How is Klein not on the centre link? We will never know. It's amazing, bro. It's amazing. And then you get these people coming out and defending him. 4 tackle at the 45. And now they'll get it to... Oh, nearly knock on there from Kai Pearce-Paul, but he does catch it, and he'll be at the 35 on fit tackle. Game's still on your Dogs if you can keep your mind in it, but unfortunately the bald man has got you. And Jacob Kiraz at the 5. He is going to bring this ball to the 15 now and dragged back to the 10 on first tackle. I'm not reading it out. Second tackle here with the Dogs at the 15. It's crazy comment. Oh, I'm actually going to pin it. There you go. Third tackle here at the 24. And Bailey Hayward, he'll go to Max King, and Max King will be at the 30 on 4 tackle. And Bailey Hayward, I don't know what he's doing at the moment. And Jacob Kiraz gets it, and he'll take it out to the 40, 43 on fit tackle. At least every game has been close so far. You're right, this has been a great game. It has been a great game for the most part. And bad defense, but a great game regardless. And Tigers, they'll be at the 25 now on first tackle. 12 points is okay, though. Yeah, you're okay with it, but it's just so controversial. Gary says he's not welcome in the ball well. He's frowned upon. That's why I specified as the bald man. I'm not saying just any bald man. There's nothing wrong with being bald at all. But it's just funny that in NRL community, whether it be Instagram or just social media, Facebook, YouTube, wherever, when people talk about Klein, whether it be New South Wales fans or Queensland fans or just NRL fans in general, they always refer to bald man. So over the 30, the 25, taking out of the 20, Vit Tackley. They always refer to bald man, and everyone knows who they're talking about. Everyone. It's so funny. Got to be out of Jock Madden. Jock Madden kicks his ball across here. Catch by Renakama. And Renakama's going to bring this ball out here to the 20. Gee whiz. Dogs now 0 tackle. They will be at the 28. 0 tackle. Don't forget, Storm Roosters in 25 minutes time. First tackle now. At the 35, Jacob Kiraz. And Kiraz was going to be at the 40. He gets it across into Matt Burton. And Burton's going to be at the 44 on second tackle. I just love to watch a game of rugby league where we don't have to talk about the officials. Good pass there from Galvin to Crichton. Stephen Crichton offloads it to Anari Tuala. Oh, it's an amazing tackle from Dream Ball at the 5. Third tackle here. Dogs spread it left quickly. Spread it. Tupanua flying through, but great defense there from Jock Madden to lock him down. Damn, Tupanua was flying. Lachlan, Galvin, Crichton, spread it left. Bailey Hayward out of the left-hand side here. Kurt Mann, Matt Burton, out to Bronson Terry. Knock on even the Tigers. So 6 again coming up. 6 again coming up. What a set this has been. What a game this is, though, really. Getting a lot of bad tackles, a lot of missed tackles, but this has been an exciting game. Stephen says, feel good, we'll get fined another 20 grand. Pretty sure Gary also told us that fans hated Klein of the Super League before he decided to grace us with his presence in the NRL. Did they, Gaz? Did they hate the Ashley Klein of the Super League before he came here, did they? Not surprised. Boller's been huge. Boller's been massive today, yeah. Full set here for the Dogs of the 20. UK says, can't wait for the Wilds down tomorrow. Penrith aren't playing any of their players, bro, so you should win that game. It's a disgrace from Penrith. It really is a disgrace. Sad sacks, man. To rest all their origin players whilst you've got Sharks backing up players 2 days later in Blake Brayley and Adam Fanor-Blake, but you can't back up any of your players from origin 4 days later. Just ridiculous. It's a disgrace. It's such a disrespect to the Warriors. Such a disrespect, because now you're not going to get the credit that you probably deserve if you were to go and win that game, and you should win this game by a lot now. Bailey Hayward to Lachlan Galvin, off to Matt Burton, and Burton's going to be 10 metres away from the line. Third tackle, 12 minutes to go here of the game. 12 minutes to go. Bailey Hayward to Lachlan Galvin. Galvin goes at himself. He'll be 5 metres away from the line. Fourth tackle. Bailey Hayward to Kurt Mann. Kurt Mann, Tupanua. Oh, it's an amazing tackle from Jerome Luai that stopped a guaranteed try. Should be 6 again against Seyfarth there, and it is. Yep, 100%. Seyfarth, you've been rough. Bailey Hayward, he's going to be 2 metres out from the line. First tackle. Seyfarth, 100%, was giving away 6 again there. He's nearly giving away 6 again. Yeah, some good pressure for the Dogs, but good defense from the Tigers at the moment. Matt Burton to the 15. Josh Curran. And Curran's going to be 10 metres away. Second tackle. And they go Galvin, right-hand side of the 5. He's still moving. He gets it across to Crichton. Crichton here. Let's see some strength. He'll be 4 metres out from the line. Third tackle. Lachlan Galvin. He's going to go it himself. Try time for Galvin. I think he scored. He has scored against his former club. Tigers are going to hate that. Tigers fans are going to hate that. Lachlan Galvin has scored against his former club. It's 22-14 with a kick to come. Oh, no. Out of all players to score, it's Lachlan Galvin. Has he got this down? Has he... Oh, dude, that's close. I think he does. It just comes down to if they adjudicate that he's lost this ball. Oh, the crowd will go nuts if he doesn't get this. I think they probably will give this still, though. It's going to be interesting what they call here. He's still got it in his arm, though. I think the ball touches the line regardless. It just comes down to if they say that he lost this ball or not. The ball touches the line. But he's still got the ball in his hands. The ball touches the line 100%. There's nothing wrong with the actual try of it. It just comes down to if he lost the ball or not. And try confirmed. I agree with it. There's no sufficient evidence there to overturn it. David says the Tigers' defense is real amazing. Bro, I hate to tell you this, but the Tigers' defense today is at 82.61%. They've had 53 missed tackles. It's disgraceful. 19 ineffective tackles is ridiculous. They have had, in this game, 72 bad tackles, and we've still got 10 minutes to go of the game. 72 bad tackles in this game, and there is still 9.5 minutes to go. The Tigers' defensive has not been great here today at all. The Dogs' attack is just awful. Tigers are usually a pretty good defense when a full-strength roster, but today it hasn't been that way. So, no, today, Steve, that set just before was really good defensively, but overall, they've had 72 bad tackles today. 72 is crazy. And Stephen Crichton will make the kick. 22-16. 9.5 minutes to go here, folks. You're getting that feeling, Dogs and Tigers fans. It's creeping into the stomach. You're starting to feel a little bit sick. You know we've got a pretty hectic finish up coming up here. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Eric says the bald guy will call it. The bald man. The bald man did call it. The bald man did call it. He gave it a try, so that means that it probably wasn't a try then. I called it as a try, but I'd be happy to say that it's not a try on the basis that Ashley Klein called it a try. Yeah. The bald man. Got to watch him. Got to watch that man. Got to watch him. But Lachlan Galvin catches it, gives it off here too. A rampaging Maxi King, and he's going to be 20 metres out here from his own line. Bulldogs Eels next week, by the way. Big rivalry game next Monday. And Nari Tuala, he's going to be at the 25 on second tackle. 9 minutes to go here. Bailey Hayward goes off to Kurt Mann, and Kurt Mann's going to bring this ball now to the 35 on third tackle. 6-point game with 9 minutes to go. Gotta love it. It's a great game. Defensively, both teams have been poor, but overall, it's a great game, and I'm really enjoying it. 4 tackle at the 48, 4 tackle. Largan says should be 22-16. Dogs way. 5 tackle at 40. On a specific, like, if you're just taking... Yes, I know what you're saying, but it's not really how rugby league and sport works, but I get where you're coming from. The ball's going to be allowed to bounce. Tigers catch it and follow Tavan on the second bounce. They'll be the 20 on first tackle. David says, this is a very interesting close game. Hope Tigers will close up the match with a try by May. By May? Terrell May? You think Terrell May is going to score? Terrell May? Third tackle. Okay, well, good luck. Terrell May doesn't usually score, but good luck. That'd be pretty amazing to see Terrell May finish the game up scoring. He never scores. 4th tackle now at 35. When was the last time Terrell May scored? Oh, nearly a knock on there from the Dogs, but it's going to be 5th tackle now for the Tigers, the 50. Hopefully the Bulldogs win. I tipped him. I tipped the Tigers here today. I thought they would be better in regards to their defense, but their defense has actually been really poor here today. It's just that they're going up against the Dogs team that can't attack, but this has been a really enjoyable game. So Lachlan Galvin brings his ball to the 27.5 minutes to go here. Alex Twell is off the field and he's limping, God bless him. And Nari Tuala takes it out to the 25 on second tackle. And Stephen Crichton. Well, the thing is, Sam, you're going to say Tigers got the ref on their side, but the Tigers have received a lot of... The Bulldogs have received a lot of 6 against today, whilst the Tigers haven't. It's just that I will agree on the purpose of Ashley Klein, though, with that call. 4 tackle out to 45. And they'll go to the right. Josh Curran to Matt Burton. Burton now to Harry Hayes. And Harry Hayes is going to be at the 50 on 5th tackle. Terrell May's last try was round 6 against the Knights. Well, fair enough. There you go. Lachlan Galvin's going to run this ball here. They've got numbers over the top here. And it's going to be passed by Nari Tuala. Tuala's got space. He'll offload the ball. Well, no, he won't, though. What are you doing? Why are you not offloading the ball there? And Toruva's gone down with a cramp here. God bless him. Why are you not offloading the ball or kicking it? Like, Galvin, I'm okay with him running the ball out. Pass wasn't great. But Nari Tuala, you just have to throw the ball regardless of if it's going to bounce into safe half. You just have to offload the ball. Maybe it could have bounced off him and Stephen Crichton was out there on the right wing. You just got a chance of your luck. There was no point to holding the ball just then. Mr. Popper says, Tigers played a better game tonight overall. Absolutely agree. I do agree. The Tigers have still been slightly better. I don't think they've been dramatically better, but they've been slightly better than the Bulldogs here today for sure. Second tackle at the 38. They'll go off to Falatino Tavana, and he'll be at the 45 on third tackle. Klein is confirmed to be reffing Game 2 Origin. Michael, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to shoot the messenger here. You're getting timed out for 5 minutes. That's disgusting. Forward tackle. I'm sorry, Michael. I know it's not your fault. Michael Hunt, but I really do have to time you out there for letting us know that Ashley Klein's reffing Origin 2. That's a disgrace. He's already been controversial today, the bald man. Satilli's been good. Satilli's been great the last couple of weeks. So it's going to be the Dogs' Jacob Kiraz, who grabs the ball to 5, and he's going to bring it across here to Jethro Renakama. Renakama gets away. Oh, if he had got that one pass, they would have been absolutely flying down that left-hand touchline. Sorry, Michael, but I have to shoot the messenger for telling me something like that. Disgrace. The Dogs, they go it across here to Nari Tuala, and Nari Tuala now will be at the 20. 5.5 to go. I would agree with that, Samuel. Yes, Satilli's been one of the best Bulldogs players this year, most consistent for sure. Dogs, wow, lucky. They're away here. They're going to get this ball to the 30. Oh, taken down 4 tackle. Great run, though. And now Jacob Kiraz gets it across to Max King. He offloads it. Here's a chance. Leo Thompson out to Stephen Crichton. Stephen Crichton's away here. Taken down to the 45. Fit tackle. And Leo Thompson, he'll pass it to Lachlan Galvin to Matt Burton. A Burton bomb comes up and it's going to go backwards. It went backwards. But he caught it himself. And he'll lose the ball. Goes out the back. Josh Curran. No, it definitely went backwards for mine. I'd probably challenge that. Because then you're going to get one more play. I'd challenge it if you're the Dogs. Challenge it. Because I think this goes backwards. It's not going to be a 6 again. But because it's the wrong call, then... Oh, if his foot touches the ball, there's actually maybe a 6 again here. Burton caught his own bomb just then from behind. The ball... That's going to go backwards here. It's gone backwards. Yeah, but okay, but that doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm okay with this call being what it's called. I'm okay with it being called that. But also last week, I can't remember the game, but I remember us talking about the fact that there's a player facing backwards and the ball is here. And he lost the ball, but it went into the hands of the player, and they said that it went backwards, but now they've called that it said that it gone forwards into the touch of the hands in the exact same situation. This is the complete opposite call to what we saw last week. One of you may be able to remember what I was talking about, which game it was, but that call right there was completely the opposite to what we saw in a game last week, and again, I can't remember what the call was. I can't remember which team it was. But I'm okay with that being called because that's originally what I thought the last week's one was going to be called. I'm not having a crack at Klein there, the ball man. But last week was completely officiated differently to what we just saw just then. Second tackle of the Tigers at the 45. Jock Madden gives it off to Jerome Lua. Lua then it gets out the back and it's going to hit the grass. And they'll be taken down here at the 45. Stafford Toa. Third tackle. I recall, yes, that's exactly right. There was definitely a game and a team that suffered the fate of the opposite call to that with the exact same situation. Offload by Kai Pearce, Paul to Dream Buller, then off to Terrell May, and Terrell May will be 40 metres away from the line. 4 tackle. Great run, Terrell May, great run. Reffing this year has definitely been inconsistent, Samuel, for sure. 4 tackle, and it's going to be Funobole. He'll bring the ball to the 25 now in fit tackle. 3 minutes 48 to go through the game. They go to the right-hand side. Jock Madden puts this one up into the corner. Stephen Crichton. I think that's a knock-on from Crichton, or are they going to say knock-on Tigers first? First touch knock at Tigers, so it's going to be Dogs ball to 10. And the Tigers will challenge this, and this will be 50-50 on what... We have to go back to the ball man here. We have to go back to the ball man. Don't forget, guys, 13 minutes time. We'll be live for the Roosters versus the Storm. We've got a hectic finish here, though. Hectic finish here. Crichton, Tavana, and this is going to be Tavana knock on, yeah. I'm pretty certain Tavana's left hand touches this ball first. Tavana's, and also the right hand too, to be fair. Yeah, it's definitely a knock on. Definitely Tavana. And if anything, it's simultaneous, and then they'll say inconclusive. This is a Thai Herbal Inhaler GPM. They cost like $1 in Thailand from convenience stores. It's just like a Vicks in Thailand. It's pretty good. It wakes you up. I think they're going to... Left hand of Tavana. Yep. So knock on. Knock on. Hey, it's really good, man. Gets you going. And they last for like ever as well. Is this going to be the third 1 of 12 game this round? Well, don't forget last week we had 4 out of 5 games, 1 of 12, which was amazing. And right now, well, we're definitely getting the third 1 of 12 this round. So the only 13 plus we've seen in the last 2 weeks so far was a Dragons Warriors game. And it was only 18 points, mind you. So yeah, we've definitely seen a lot more close games this round. So as soon as people start to bet on 13 plus and start to really think, oh, Leo Thompson's been driven back here to the 12 on second tackle. As soon as people start to clock on, the games go 1 of 12. Convenient, eh? Third tackle. You watch. Next week we'll go back to like 13 pluses. You watch. They go to Max King. King on to Matt Burton. The shape's here. Burton nearly goes through. He'll be at the 30 on fourth tackle. They'll still get another set here, the Dogs. They don't need to stress too much right now. Bailey Hayward to Harry Hayes. And Harry Hayes is going to be at the 40 on fifth tackle. They will still get another set, but they do need to do more than this right now. Bailey Hayward. Lachlan Galvin. They're away here. Oh, it's going to go backwards. They're lucky. And Nari Tuala with the ball. He kicks the ball over the top here for himself. It's a ball going to bounce inside. Tigers hit the ball. He's lost the ball. What's happened here? Okay. There's a lost ball for the Tigers. This is going to be a knock on Tigers. Yeah, this is going to be a knock on Tigers. It's going to be. They don't have a challenge. This is going to be Dogs ball at 35. Oh my gosh, the Dogs have got an attack here with 2.5 minutes to go. They've lost their challenge, the Tigers. And Nari Tuala, he does a little dink over the top. That's fine. And then, yeah, Oh, Toa lost that ball. Now, you're fine, Michael. I know it wasn't your fault, but you are the messenger, and I will shoot you for it. Okay, 2:20 to go here in the game. Dogs have a chance to tie it on up. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe for new around here. We have got a big finish coming up right now. Dogs can't win on the next play unless it's a 2-point penalty, an 8-point penalty try. But they can send us to extra time. And it's going to be Harry Hayes, I think it is, maybe at the 35. I can't even see who it is. They go to the left-hand side of Max King. And Max King with a big run to the 25 on the second tackle. Bailey Hayward to Lachlan Galvin. Galvin at the back into Matt Burton. Burton gives it off to Curran. Curran runs his ball to the 15. That's going to be touched up by the Tigers. 6 again. Burton to Stephen Crichton. Stephen Crichton gets it off Bronson Terry. Bronson Terry's here at the 9. First tackle. 0 tackle, sorry, from the knock-on from the Tigers. 0 tackle, 9 metres away here for the Dogs. They have no attack. You need to find your attack right now or your season is pretty much just simply done, Dogs. First tackle at 13. You must find a try right now. Bailey Hayward to Matt Burton. Matt Burton gives out to Stephen Crichton. Knock on here from the Tigers. It's going to be a 6 again. Bulldogs still might score here anyway. They might score here anyway. Harry Hayes, Bailey Hayward. They've still got the ball. It's going to be 0 tackle. They got it to Tipanua. Tipanua's going to run this ball to the 10. First tackle or 0 tackle. I'm not too sure if they call it a knock on or just play that. 0 tackle. Bulldogs out the 10. Galvin, Max King. Max King's going to be 4 metres out here from the line. First tackle. First tackle. Bailey Hayward gives it out to Matt Burton. Burton here to Stephen Crichton. Crichton gives up to Bronson Terry. Bronson Terry. Great defense by the Tigers. Second tackle here, 4 metres out. Stafford Toll makes a try-saving tackle on Bronson Terry. Stephen Crichton. Matt Burton. Burton's going to step inside himself. He's going to be 4 metres out here from the line. Third tackle. What a finish we've got here. What a finish. We've got Bailey Hayward to Lachlan Galvin. Tupanua lost the ball. Game over. Tigers win. The Dogs still don't know how to attack. There's a bit of a biffo here. The Dogs still don't know how to attack, and the Tigers defended in that last little bit here to hold it out. Now, it's going to be a controversial one with the Ashley Klein call, but at the end of the day, the Tigers were the better team here today. The Tigers were the better team here today regardless. What a game. That is an amazing tackle there from Stafford Toa because Bronson Terry looks certain to score. Prince says, bro, don't lose this, Tigers. They can't lose this from here unless they knock the ball on. 43 seconds. They should be able to run the clock out now. Sunda Turova he really does just love getting into players, eh? He really just does get into them. So, but that was not the pass. Galvin is not that guy. He's not a halfback. He's a 6. He's not a halfback. Like, at the end of the day, it's controversial. By the way, Sunda Turova thinking that he can fight Tipanua is hilarious. He's just such a little gremlin, Sunda Turova, but I love him. He's not like a annoying gremlin to the extent of Cody Walker, but he is just a little gremlin, Sunda Turova, where he's always just trying to fight someone and always get under their skin, as if you're going to be able to fight Tipanua. As if Turova has a chance against Tupanua. Third tackle at the 25, 24 seconds to go the game. Do not forget Roosters versus Storm right after this, guys, to finish off the day. And the Tigers will bring this ball to the 30 on 4 tackle. And tomorrow we have 3 games. Broncos, Dragons first up at Suncorp. Then we have the Cowboys versus the Raiders. And then we'll finish off the day with the Panthers Warriors that the Panthers have decided to ruin for everybody. 3 seconds left here. Fit tackle. Don't worry about it. That, my friend, is the game. What a game we have seen here. Unfortunately, the bald man did have an impact. But at the end of the day, the Tigers, to mine, were the better team. Regardless, they get back into the winner's circle after 3 bad weeks. I still think they need a lot more to go their way. And they've got the Panthers next week, and they're getting a rest this week. They're not playing their players tomorrow. So the Tigers, they at least get a win here to put themselves in a good stead for that game, but it's a tough one. So you will go only into, you're going to stay in 10th position, Tigers, but at least the win gives you the 2 points regardless. However, you're not going to be jumping up any spots here. You want to win by 6, you'll go to -10. Cowboys are still plus 27. So if they win that game, they go away from you. If they lose that game, they would still need to lose by dead set 37 or more, which is not happening to the Raiders. So that's that. And the Bulldogs, unfortunately, you've got to really be a big Sydney Roosters fan here, because if the Roosters lose to the Storm will go above you and you will go into the bottom 4. So you need the Roosters to win this game. You just simply need the Roosters to win this game. But all right, guys, I'll see you in 5 minutes' time. Let's switch over to the other stream. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Good stuff, Tigers. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.